let's get started on Star Trek. So Star Trek is a classic bally from the early 80s, late 70s era, solid state. There's a few things to do on this game, but essentially the biggest thing to do, this is very bonus-based, from bally's from this era. A common thing would be that not only do you accumulate bonus, but there will be a way to collect your bonus. And in this case, the way to collect your bonus is to get the shot back in the candy cane, what I call the candy cane here, that feeds back to the plunger. So if you do that, you hit whatever bonus you've collected. And unlike some collect bonus-oriented games, that does not reset your bonus back to 0. You actually get all of that bonus and can just keep collecting as often as you can. There it is. Gary finds that shot. He's very happy with it. So you can see his bonus is counting up. It's still counting. Gary fires it back up there again. The other thing you want to do is spell bally. And so there are various inlanes that will spell the letters bally, B-A-L-L-Y, but also the saucer here at the top will give you a random, it sort of cycles through bally, gives you a random letter award there. So Gary starts off with 130. That is a very good first ball. Like I said, though, with the bonus collect, if you get your bonus multiplier up there and max out your bonus, you can roll this machine. We've seen it happen here at Cubs. So a lot of people familiar with this era solid state machine. Hi, Gracie Lou. Hi, Craigar Bird. Thanks for joining us tonight. A nice temperate evening here in the Willamette Valley. A great night to play some pinball. So now we have Jen Dages up as player 4. And there you see she found that saucer and it gave her credit for the L. So she no longer has to hit the middle stand-up target. So the A-L-L-Y are in these stand-ups over here on the right. So the saucer award just gave her those, so she doesn't have to worry about hitting those now. And there we go. So pretty close game all around, except for Gary's rather sizable lead. And again, we saw the secret to his score that time was getting that ball back on the plunger and collecting the bonus that he'd accumulated. Now the drop targets, this left bank, very sweepable left bank of drop targets here, that's how you advance your bonus multiplier. So basically, there's other things to shoot at, but until you've cranked up your bonus multiplier, anytime you're on the right flipper, you got to think about dropping some of those drop targets. Getting your bonus to ×2, ×3, and then I think it goes straight to 5 after that. Let's take a look. Okay, so there's his 2x bonus. You can see the indicator here. He's found the 2x bonus right there, that little indicator, and then he's got his bonus up to 20 here. So starting to put together some real points here. Definitely does not want to tilt, and would really love to find that right candy cane switch back to the plunger. Derek is wearing one of our famous Emerald City Pinball League jerseys. I was actually happy to hand him his jersey just now. Put it right on, looking sharp in the green with white pinstripes. So that's become our color scheme here. Wanted to go with the basic green, and the only other option was green and yellow, which for those of you who know Eugene, Oregon, know that color pattern has already been claimed. So we just went with the green and white pinstripes. Hi, Crystal. Thanks for joining us. Speaking of which, these snazzy-looking jerseys that myself and Derek are wearing. There's this ICB Leap. Crystal, thanks so much for joining us. Just having a relaxing evening here at Cups. So thanks so much for tuning in. I know we both have a busy day tomorrow, serving the hungry town of Lowell. So nice to be able to just relax and taking a little amusement here. Okay, so Gary's second ball doesn't do as well, and as we saw, Derek made a good push, nearly caught up to Gary's score, so the two of them are going to definitely be fighting it out on ball 3, but we'll see if Jeremy or Jen can find a way to keep up with them. that is a ridiculously difficult feat. So the pop-up percentage just softly out of here, is down orbit, and then that was just headed straight for the center. Almost nothing to do. I think the tilt on this is set fairly tight, so Mr. Vetter really had no option there to try and put something together. Try and convince it to go anywhere else. Very common to machines of this era. We have what I would call a little suicide stand-up there. I believe this one may spot you a letter to do that, but you might not want to take a wild, hasty shot at that one because it can snap right back on you. But high risk, high reward. We see the same thing in Aztec and numerous other. I think it may just advance bonus a few times. Okay, so 2 balls down, going into our final ball. There, it's focusing up here. Just needs the A, and that is the in lane right by the saucer there. So that's what he wants to find to get A done, spell Bally, and pull off the first bonus to the Bally. So there he finds it. You can see flashing. So he got, I believe that's a 10 million award, and then spell it again and you get 25. After that, 50, and then a free game after that, which of course, all the machines here at Cascade Underground Pinball Society are set on free play, so. All right, well, there took a slightly there. Gary will have to do something. Ball can go quick here. There's no such thing as ball save, so. Gary's very disappointed. Very disappointed that one. Derek put up a little bit of a lead, but enough. Gary to cling on to second here, or. Jeremy. Nice shots here. Ooh, very nice little dig there. Quick little slap save. Again, can't seem to get control of it, but we're keeping it alive. And all right, nice feed in through the in lane. And we're looking for drop targets there. Nice. Got down a row of drop targets. So his 20,000 bonus is now double. Do not tilt. Do not tilt. So he'll get 40,000, but my math works out that's not going to be enough to pull him into second. No, not quite. We're seeing very close game here. Let's see if Jen can go where no man has gone before. Try to 5x this bonus and collect some over by the plunger. Okay, misses the drop targets. We're getting back into that saucer. It's been a little bit elusive. And it looks like, if you saw the indicator light was oscillating. It looks like she collected Y, but she'd already collected that. So again, sometimes you shoot the saucer and it gives you a letter you don't have. Sometimes it gives you a letter you already have, which is not pursuant to your goals. As if this wasn't luck-based enough. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. So she collects her bonus, pulls ahead of Jeremy. And now she's going to collect that bonus again because remember, she collects her bonus, but she does not negate her bonus. And Jen from behind, the Dark Horse stocking, takes first on the game. And that is our opening game of Star Trek. Perfect. Perfect. Crystal, just settle in and watch some competitive pinball here. We'll worry about tomorrow's nonsense tomorrow. So we've got a couple more games being played out here. Looks like we've got Nick and company on Vector. Vector is the newest addition to the Cups lineup. 82 Bally, fairly obscure game. Let's see who else is still finishing up there. And Corey, back in the booth. How did your first round go?
I got, I think, third.
You got third. Okay. Well, 3 points is better than one.
We might be pulling Aztec.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The candy cane is given away. I think it hit 8 times in a row.
Whoa! All right.
You know, like off the pop,
of
back
course.
in, back
yeah,
in.
that's what you like to see.
Yeah.
That's what you like to see. Let the machine do the work. Let's see. So are we waiting on anything?
Well, I'm waiting on this round to end. That way we will have a standings, and we can.
Yeah.
I can show you how to put the
Oh, yeah,
standings
great.
on.
We'll pull up the standings for sure. We just had a really exciting game of Star Trek. Jen Davis, player 4, collects her bonus at the plunger. Then it goes right out. She collects her bonus the second time, passes up the whole field. She was fourth until she collected her bonus, and then she was third, and then she collected her bonus again, and then she was first, and that's how you play Star Trek. It was really
how you do it.
Kind of a picture-perfect game there at the ending. So, okay, so we have
I'm going to show you real quick.
Let's see if we can switch over to
go here.
see our standings here.
Let's interact.
Okay.
That did not. Okay.
White singing.
Do you know what round or what game we're going to be streaming?
I don't.
You want to
Let's pull
refresh
up some
round 2?
Pull up round 2 here. We do have Centaur, which is right next door, so I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a game of. Wouldn't mind stretching it over to Centaur. You just have to move over once. We're following you around, Jen. After your last game, come on. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, everyone in chat is like, after watching you win Star Trek, they're like, follow Jen around all night. That's what we want to see. That looks perfect. Looks perfect, yeah. I'm good. Okay. Okay, so now we're moving over to Centaur. Chandler coming in with 5 points after pulling off a second on his first game. So Centaur, of course, is Bally, early machine with vocals, and also a machine with a plethora of multi-balls. This is an era when getting multi-balls just made more balls bounce around, and sometimes things would score double. There's not anything like dedicated jackpots that we would get from our own from modern multi-balls. But they're very, very tricky and diverse ways to get another ball onto the playfield. So the most prominent way is this bank of targets here, and which ORBS, this is orbs, and you have to hit them in order to get a second ball to show up on the field. If you don't, you just sort of clear them out, and then you try again. Also, in terms of doing things in order, this bank of drop targets over on the right are worth increasingly more points from top to bottom, but again, only if you finish them sort of left to right or top to bottom, orient things. There's a captive ball here on the left with a series of inline drops that will, at the back, actually have another. You can see there's a yellow light here. When you get through the drops and hit the red stand up behind that yellow light, you'll release another orb, another ball. So Chandler's keeping the ball alive nicely. This is one of the early games with lane change. So up at the top with the in lanes, you've got 3 in lanes, as you might expect in modern pinball. These completing all 3 lanes will give you a bonus multiplier. And you can indeed move the lit one, but only using one of the 2 flippers. I don't actually remember which one, but only one of the flippers moves things. Nice little bounce in there, getting back on the left flipper. Difficult to trap up on this machine, but there we go. Okay, finished off a bank of targets, but again, didn't do those targets in order, so we didn't see an extra ball added to the playing field. You can see a 2-ball multi-ball there. Oh, and another way to add a ball to the field is to complete the in/out lanes. So you can see the 2 on the left are now completed there, and those you can move as well, but they're paired. So you can move the left one, so you can alternate which one's lit on a given side, but you cannot do the full 4 cycle, you might say. You're not finding the... Is there a way I can send this link to...
Here?
Yeah.
Or maybe...
Yeah, I wonder if I can
send it
airdrop.
like a note.
So I can send it to you. Other device, Cup Smack Mini, look at that. Hey. There we go. Bless technology. That actually worked pretty well. Okay. Okay, we're back to booth view, trying to pull up the standings here. Okay. Nice. Okay, back to Centaur. Looks like Chandler's opening ball at 427 has given him a decisive lead. But Sonny's looking for an answer here. Nice control there. Oh, couldn't find. Sonny Williams is an expert slap saver, so if she didn't find that one, I don't think anybody was going to find that one. Look at the left bank of targets, you can see the top one is lit, and now it is not. All right, it is still lit there. Okay. So now Chandler just knocked down the top one of that bank, and the second one is lit for increasing amounts of points. And looking for the bounce off the rubber there. Couldn't quite find it, but it's got to be happy with that ball. Happy with that ball. Good. Increasing his lead. Gracie, I don't know if Corey saw you saying hi, but I will let him know for sure. All right, trying to get control here on the right, passing it over to the left. First drop target down there. Second one is flashing green. And right down the middle. Disappointing end there. Chandler feeling even more secure in his lead here. B target, which means now you just want to complete that amount of targets, complete the orbs targets, and then hopefully start again working left to right. We haven't seen any multi-balls yet, but that is really the object of the game. Oh, very nice. So you can see now Jen has completed these targets in a row here, and the fourth one is lit for a large amount of points. Precisely remember what those points are. Almost got it that time. Alright, again, you can see O, R, and B are down, so we'll hopefully find S, complete that row of drop targets. You can see we've got a decent amount of bonus, but no multipliers here. So I don't think that'll put her in contention with Chandler's score there, but a real solid second at the moment. So Sunny has her ball 2 to play, and then we'll be into the final ball 3 of round 2. Round 2, again, remember the even numbered rounds, we're playing our longer playing game. So Centaur is, I believe, it's right next to Star Trek, so on some level it is our shortest playing long playing game, as opposed to Star Trek, which is our longest playing short playing game. So we have competitors lining up on games like Venom and Godzilla and Bride of Pinbot. So we may have a little while before we start round 3. Switch over the standings and see how people are doing. All right, Sunny almost gets it back up into those in lanes. And the slings take over. Okay, tipping over to the left flipper. Oh, nicely under control there. Okay, another inline drop goes down, and oh, here we go. So Sunny found that row of inline drops, and here comes a second ball onto the field. She just rescued her original ball, and notice the magnet up there on the right nicely holds onto the ball for you, so you get a little time to breathe and set up your other balls. Oh, she nudges it in. Really excellent control here on this 2-ball multi-ball. And again, unlike what you might expect from modern games, this multi-ball doesn't light any new jackpots or anything. It just gives you, I think, doubles your scoring. I'm not actually sure about that. Another thing to see is she's got 3 of her 4 in-lane lights. So these 2 and these 2 up, and that's that. So she had both of the left ones and one of the right ones finished up. Okay, great ball 2 from Sunny. Bring her into the lead. Chandler knows he has to do something here. And again, you can see those in lanes moving. Okay, Chandler just nicked the 3rd target in that row. Oh, okay. We've got a release. Some additional balls here. I think he got that left captive ball up there. And then I don't know if it was his inline, it was his in and out lane rollovers, or how he got the 3rd one. But we've got a real frenzied action here. Sending it back up top, and whether on purpose or not, let's give him credit for it. He managed his 3 in lanes, so you can see he's got 2x bonus now on top of everything else. Lost 1, but keeping 2 alive really nicely here. And again, finding those green drop targets. Again, we see the magnet in the top right, grabbing onto the ball when you shoot it back there, which just gives you a nice amount of time to line up a shot with the other ball. It's nice that it kind of holds on to it. Can't find the bounce out of that right out lane, but this was a very lucrative multi-ball. He's now over $1 million, so we're finally seeing a score with that top digit. Oh, and we have another ball on the field again. So you can see Centaur is one of those sort of slow build games where you're playing and you get stuff going double saves both of them from the out lane and picks off that last stand-up target. That was some great heads-up play right there. And where is the ball? Oh, it was just on that one rollover there. Hung up just for a second, and now it's back in play. So you can see with Centaur, it's not unusual to see a game go like this where you have a couple balls where you're just kind of building up to various things, and then everything's teed up nicely for you have whether it's the inline drops or the orbs targets or the right stand up there. All of a sudden you start getting lots of opportunities to bring extra balls, to bring additional balls into play. I call them extra balls, they're not. Look at this, we now have a 4-ball multi-ball. I believe 5 is the max. I think that's literally as many as are in the machine. So we're very close to seeing just as much of a frenzy as you can. Okay. Got 3 of them again. Gets that the left in out lane. Almost. It's just a little late with changing it over. Oh, that should have looked like that ball in the left in lane. They just raced over it so fast. Here we go. Should see. I guess not. Oh, almost got another bonus multiplier there. Okay, so we've now broken 2 million. Losing 2 balls pretty close together never feels great, but looking at that bonus, with the bonus multipliers, the 2x, 2.8 million. The next closest is Jen with 886. Just heard Adam Boggs say damn as he has to step up after that. And he's not wrong. That is a lot of wood to chop. Chandler's shown us how you can do it, but he really pulled out all the stops. Glad we got to show you guys on stream what it all looks like. Hey, Doozy Dork, our friend Jake from Roseburg. Sorry you're not here, but thanks for tuning in on the stream. Okay, here comes a second ball. And a nice nudge keeps from the right out lane, keeps it alive. Jake from Roseburg tuning in, and we have a couple of your Roseburg compatriots in the mix today. Jake Emery and Jeremy Vetter made the drive north to check out the local scene up here. They, of course, host tournaments there once a month down at Video Games Plus, hosting tournaments that they stream. These fellows were very instrumental in helping us set up our own streaming rig, so it's always a treat to go down there, have some frozen yogurt, buy some Blu-rays, and play some pinball. Alright, Adam clinically placing the ball where he wants to. Okay, so you notice the OR targets are flashing right now. It's these guys right here, so these two are flashing. And that means that up till now, he's succeeded in getting things in order. He hit the O first and then the R. So the flashing indicates that, hey, you can still do this in order. Just hit B and then S in that order, and that will give you another ball. It's like he did not. Sometimes you hit the two simultaneously, and it makes a call that you hit them in the right order, and sometimes it makes a call that you didn't. Stuck up on the right on the drop target there. Up here. Can't seem to fish it out. Looks like it's stuck there pretty good. Don't know if there's a ball search though. Oh, nope, he found it. And of course, clears it right out into the right out lane. Real momentum killer when you get the ball stuck like that. You have to nudge it out, and then it just goes right exactly where you don't want it to go. So there's a currently third place. We'll see what Jen has up her sleeve. Jen, of course, had a great ball 3 in Star Trek, you guys just saw in our previous round 1 here. So she's looking to repeat that trick there. All right, Captain Ball brings another ball into play. I remember the first time I encountered Centaur in Seattle, and I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe how gorgeous the machine was. This was in an era where you rarely saw machines of this vintage being operated on location. So I was over at Shorty's Coney Island, a funhouse type themed pinball barcade. One of the first barcades really in the Pacific Northwest. You could get oozy-filled smoothies, which were not common back then either. You could get vegan chili dogs, you could get nachos, that sort of thing. And they had, the first time I ever saw an EM on location was the first time I ever saw Centaur on location. Someone was explaining to me how to play Centaur and telling me that I had to hit the drop targets in order, and I had never heard of such a thing. It never occurred to me that someone would ask me to shoot these targets in order. It just seemed to me that people who played 80s era machines must have a constitution and appetite for frustration that was far beyond me as a player. I know, right? Well, come on down here to Cubs, and you can come enjoy some of the delightful food up at our partner Claim 52's. Or, what am I saying? You can go down, you're in Roseburg, you can go have some frozen yogurt. But yeah, no, the food at Shorty's was just magnificent, and it was just exactly what you'd want. You know, closing at 1:30, playing a bunch of pinball, belly full of beer. Chili dog just hits the spot at that point. All right, so Jen wipes out a line of orbs drops, so she can now start from the beginning, trying to, again, shoot those in order. Bring another ball into play. Great job with those outlanes. Okay, again, we see O and R down, and they're flashing, meaning that so far, this has gone well. This has gone in order. Ooh. Whoa. Great little save. Okay. Up. And E goes down, which means getting that S will be a 2-ball, multi-ball, if she can shake it out, and not quite. Not quite. Fights her way to second place. But Chandler's awe-inspiring ball 3 there is not under any threat there. Breaking a million, though. No small feat. All right. So Sunny has some work to do to get into second, and then a lot of work to do to get into second. Sunny, of course, is founding Cups board member, as well as the organizer of the local Bells and Chimes, and Oregon State Women's Champion a few years ago. That must have been the 24 season when she represented the C25. I might be off there. Ooh, Sunny just barely falls short of Jen's right at the bonus. So she'll take 3 points for third place. Chandler's first will get him to 12. And Jen's second will get her to 12 points. So let's take a look at the standings and see how they're doing. They're updating. So right now we don't have any updates. Post their results there. Jen is, of course, after round 1, tie for first. And we'll see as the scores update how that plays out. We still have. We have some results in from Venom. We have Derek Brendan taking first on that. Mason second. Chris Jamal third. Whirlwind, Michael Veers taking first. Gary Kochel second. Rainey Willie in third. And Chris Christensen, heartbreaking fourth on that one. And we still have the Machine, Bride of Pinbot. So our own Corey Anderson is still playing there. He has joined the Billion Club on his game, so he's really putting the spurs to him over there. We also have a game of the Road Show being played right now. Mark Anderson just finished his ball. Let's see if we get. No, if that was ball 3, don't have an angle on it there. That's Cindy Anderson, Jeremy Vedder, Matt Walden, and Mark Anderson. So a very competitive group over there on Road Show. looks like the Roadshow game is over. Looks like Mark is entering those in. Corey Anderson, however, true to form, is holding everyone up with his ball 2. I regret to inform everyone the Bride of Pinball game is only on ball 2, so we will be waiting on Bride of Pinball for some time. It's really something to just reflect on the players here and the things they do, the machines they're good at. But Venom and our other games finished, and yet we are still waiting on the machine Bride of Pinball as Corey breaks it open. Just doing the stream. Hey Red, thanks for joining us. I'm just going to be doing the stream and commentating the whole evening, and then as we work through things, I'll be joined on and off by people in the booth. But yeah, I'll be doing the stream tonight. So I basically decided for the Friday streams, once a month I'll just be dedicated here in the booth, telling people how everything's going, and then hopefully we'll have other players volunteer for the other Fridays. We'd like to be able to stream as many of these Friday tournaments as we can. So hopefully we'll be back streaming next week, and I'll actually be in the field giving folks a run for their money, and someone else will be talking head for the evening. So yeah, I'm just making myself comfortable. Had a pleasant evening down at the local Bar 3 where my better half was leading a class, so I got to stretch out and get a little exercise prior to coming down here and hanging out with this crew of degenerates banging away at the silver ball. Let's see, get some more results in here. Okay, so Roadshow still has yet to be posted. Centaur results have been updated. Should see a little bit of change in our standings here. Yeah, we've got Derek, Jen, and Michael Veers, and Chandler, all with 12 points. Meaning they've so far gotten a first and a second. We'll see if Matt, Frazier, Jake, or Augie can supersede them with a second first. Those results have yet to come in. Looks like other people are just biding their time warming up on things, but no one's playing our lonely Centaur standing over there. Corey continues to bang away ball 2 of the machine Bride of Pinball. That's a machine that our friend Uriah purchased for cups to on loan cups for a few months here, and I know Corey was instrumental helping him fix that up and get it ship shape to be on the floor here. So Corey has put in some time on it. Actually, at Corey's house, our very first stream on this channel was a launch party for the machine Bride of Pinball, which was a very well-attended festive event. And, okay. He's got an extra ball. Right, we finally cycled to player 4, ball 2, over on Bride of Pinball, and Augie, with a chuckle, coming in at 173,000. Well, Corey has joined the Billion Club. But the night is still young, and we still have plenty of pinball left to play, so we'll be turning over to round 3 after the Machine Bride of Pinbot completes, and that will be on a fast bank of games. Again, we're alternating tonight so that we're only for rounds 2 and 4 we will be waiting on any longer playing games. So round 3 will consist of machines from all the way back to Aztec, Flip-Flop, and Boomerang, our earliest machines, our mid-70s machines, the electromechanical bank, through to Star Trek, the game we saw in round 1. And I'm not sure, we also have a couple other sort of a side bank over here with Captain Fantastic, Firepower 2, and Harlem Globetrotters. I'm not sure where those are stacking up. They all three of them seem like fast players to me, although certainly anyone in this crowd can play Captain Fantastic for a serious amount of time. All right, well, we have our standings updated. So again, we're just waiting on Machine Bride of Pinbot. So the other scores are updated. Matt Walton has indeed taken the top of the pack here. With 2 firsts. Let's see if I can get that update here. Hop on over if I can get that to update. Oh, how about just a refresh? There we go. All right, so we're seeing the top standings here. We've got Matt Walton with 14 points, and then Derek, Jen, Michael, and Chandler all tied for second with their 12-point standings. All right, it looks like we are on ball 3, Bride of Pinbot, so we've got 15 players cooling their heels, waiting for the Bride of Pinbot to resolve. So yeah, again, we've got 19 players in 23 arenas. We're looking at a fast arena next. Sun's still shining out there. We're looking at a very warm weekend. Unseasonably warm, although it is June and, what, about a week away from the start of summer, so starting to get used to some warmer weather, although we had some really chilly, rainy weather the last couple days. So this is a nice break in the damp here. Jake's still bashing away on his ball 3 over there. "35 minutes of counting." It's a Bride of Pinbot game. Okay, player 2, ball 3. Playing around while we're waiting for stuff there. All right, Corey's back up for ball 3 there. Oh, that didn't work at all. All right. Augie is ball 4 and did not find the billion-point shot. So, Eugene Bride of Pinbot has... No, sorry, my mistake. Oh, yep. Corey Anderson, all the cheeky things to do is entering his initials as we speak. Billionaire Club, high score number 6. 2 free credits here on the free playing games at Cascade Underground Pinball. And we so ended 2. And again, those of you concerned at the 40-minute length of that round, round 3 will not be that long. We'll be playing much faster, zippier games. And then round 4, well, again, we may be back to the rough ground of the longer playing games. So, anyone checking out the tournament link, check out the link in Matchplay. I think I can send this. Yeah, there's the, in chat, you can see there's the link to the Matchplay matches. If you look at the arenas, you can see that let's see. Oh, let's try Vector. It's such a fascinating. Sorry, do you not like that? Okay. Well, that'll be instructive for the stream. So our newest machine on the floor. This comes from the collection of Gavin Keeble. It's a little game we call Vector. And this is a Bally 1982. Very rare game. I haven't seen this. Let's switch over. Looks like Corey has things moved. Looks good. Looks good. So you can see a fairly unorthodox playfield here. We've got an upper playfield reminiscent of say your Black Knight 2000 or your Buck Rogers.
Twitch fans.
Who's playing this one? So we have Matt Walton play here. So you can see there's 2 banks of drop targets protecting the left ramp there. And indeed, this big gaping outlane with strangely just a little saucer right there. So if you give it just the right nudge as it comes ripping out, you can actually bounce it into this saucer and it will nicely place it back on the flipper. And that's a lot easier said than done. So again, this is a collection from Gavin Keeble. Notice we've got a side flipper on the upper left as well as a right flipper, if you will, up at the very top. And there are 3 drop targets there. You can see Derek just swept them. Going up that, I guess, what you call the right ramp. Again, sort of like Black Knight and Buck Rogers, the playfield up there. It's exactly thinking as ramps in the traditional sense, but these sort of inclines that get you up into the back. You can see a very dynamic backlash there. So this is a solid state game. We've not yet moved to the era of the DMDs, but they are really pulling out all the stops. This comes from an era when pinball was definitely under threat from burgeoning reality of video games. You had Pac-Man in the mix here, Defender, Asteroids, of course. Okay, so making it up that left ramp, we have a locked ball. This ball capture here in the saucers back here. And we just start over again. So we want to complete the drop targets to give us access to the left ramp. These drop targets here. And I believe, much like we've seen in Centaur, you have to do them in order. You can bring up some other drop targets. And then we have, you can see this scrolling feature here. I believe that is an aftermarket add-on. I think this is basically a proto-DMD, which I'm not sure was standard in all the vectors. I think that's something Gavin may have procured for this copy of it. Okay, Derek having a great ball here. Only just put this on the floor. Our leaderboard, people have already posted scores to our leaderboard, and we've seen at least one score over 1 million. So much like Centaur, you have to really do some work. Oh, our friend Chandler, back up again. again, you have to really do some work to get that millions digit. But we saw Chandler do it on Centaur, so maybe we can do it again here. Yep, again, a little too late. It's very hard to dig the ball out and get it into that scoop there on the right. All right, and we have Rain stepping up, player 4 here. Very hard to get the ball to go up that inner loop up to the upper playfield. But the left ramp is blocked by drop targets. Hup. And again, couldn't find the scoop. Alright, so Matt Walton, tournament organizer, founding Cups board member here. Previous state champion. Slow plunge. Getting the green stand-ups there. Okay, so we've gotten 3 of the 4 of those. Okay, finds his way up the upper playfield, but again, and this should be very familiar to people who play Flash Gordon. It's very hard. It's very easy to knock it up there and not really be able to get a hold of it with the little 2-inch flipper there. Matt Walton again can't find a way out of that right out. So Chandler, Derek has a solid lead here. Right around again, we've got kind of similar to Centaur's layout. We have the reverse out lanes here, so the leftmost out lane nicely loops it back to the left flipper, whereas the inner lane, which would typically be an in lane in your typical Italian bottom, instead sends it down, unless, again, of course, there's also a scoop on this side here. A little saucer, I should say, right there. So you can, if you can play it off that in lane just right, drop in the saucer, and then again kick it back onto the left flipper in a controlled-ish fashion, of course. Again, easier said than done. Derek sees again that it's that right out lane that's just been eating everyone alive. But Derek's got to be happy with his lead right now. 550 is not a bad score at all based on what we've seen on the leaderboard so far. Okay, again, the far left brings it right to the flipper there. And one more green target to go. Okay, so he clipped. Again, he clipped that middle drop target, and it just took just the wrong angle. Right, screaming out the right again. So far we've seen, I think it was Derek who got a ball captured up in the upper playfield after successfully dropping the drop targets in order. And that opens up that left playfield. So if you get the inner drop targets in order, it then opens this up so you can loop back around to lock back there. If you don't, if you complete them in off order, then the inner group of drop targets activate. Now you have to bash your way through these 3 to activate the lock. multi-ball, but so far no one's really gotten close to that. All right, Matt Walton coming into this match with 14 points, but he's not going to leave with 21 points. He's looking for another first, and right now he's going to see if he can hold on to a third. Derek again has a not exactly comfortable lead, but a pretty sizable one. Okay, firing up that sort of side wedge into the top. Looks like he clipped off the Z target up there. Oh, and he's found the release. So the four green stand-ups unlocked his captured ball, and then it just vanished into the ether. So we didn't really see anything happen with it. Okay, capture is lit, but it wouldn't quite go all the way around. And he couldn't get it on that mini little flipper. So you can see the left ramp is ready to go. Now ready to grab another ball to be captured in the saucers up there. Can't find the nice nudge to keep it in there. We've seen that right out lane get under everybody's skin today. Okay, nice control, trapped up nicely. There it is, all the way around, and so we're back to capture in the right-hand field. And the ball's captured over here. And we have the green stand-up banks for the release. Couldn't find it, but very solid ball. And you can see the middle of the playfield grid, counting up the bonus there. Derek walks off with 816,000. Pretty good game. Chandler has a lot of work to do. Again, we've seen him do a lot of work on Centaur, which is a similar game in some ways. Okay, getting just barely up in the top playfield, but not getting a decent shot with that upper flipper. And back in that right out lane again. That's been the bane of everyone's existence here. Chandler has a very decent score with 383. Now we'll see if Rain can really... Nope. Nothing to see. So Matt Walton narrowly avoids the fourth place. Manages to escape with 3 points. We'll see Derek advance to 19 points. Chandler to 15 and 17. And Matt Walton with 17 as well. So we'll see how our standings update. Okay, that was the one we were waiting on. So we got another round here. Let's see where we're setting up here. So we've got some of the classics here. We've got Jurassic Park, Guardians of the Galaxy, Terminator 2, Machine Bride of Pinbot, and Godzilla. Yeah, sounds good. I think Jen's getting annoyed with us, so we'll spare her Jurassic Park. How about Guardians? People have a fun time with Guardians. We'll get to see Michael Veers and Fraser Sanderson square off here, so they're in. Let's update our standings here. Okay, so a three-way tie for first. Derek, Jen, and Michael Veers.
You're gonna love it now.
And then bringing up the three-way tie for fourth is Jake Emery, Chandler Hammerstrom, and Matt Walton with 17 points apiece. Derek, Jen, and Michael each had 2 firsts and a second. It's a very, very solid performance on a diverse set of games here. Yes, sir. All right, so we are now taking a trip forward in time to Guardians of the Galaxy, a fan favorite here at Cups. This is from the collection of Jake and Jamin Emery. In contemporary game. Now we'll see what we're starting with. All right, so Mark Anderson opts to start with a very standard mode to start with, and that's Yaka's Era. Let's make sure we're on the correct round here. There we are. All right, so Mark's had a rough tournament so far, but we have two of our contenders for the top spot right now, Michael Veers and Derek, facing off on this one. So. Yaka's Arrow, very traditional mode to start with, as you want to get to the pop bumpers to work your way through the mode. So right off the plunge, of course, you're going to get some pop bumpers that way. One thing to note about the setup here at Cups is that the Groot ball locks are virtual. So as you can see, Groot is going to put that ball back into play. With a different setup, with physical ball locks, you would have the ball back on the plunger and be able to plunge it out again, which again would send it back to the pop bumpers and help you out with making progress with Yaka's Arrow. So Yaka's Arrow may be a natural mode to start with in a game with physical ball locks, but again, with our virtual ball locks, it's not quite as obviously a benefit. So we'll see where Michael Veers decides to start here. All right. It's tradition because it works. So the nice thing about the virtual lock setup is that everyone essentially is treated the same here. In a physical ball lock setting, if, say, Mark had locked two balls, then anytime Michael shot the ball, locked the ball in Groot, it would just spit the ball right out because it would have already captured its maximum amount of balls. Okay, so Michael finds his way back in the pop bumpers. We see progress being made in the Yaka's Arrow mode, and greatness is punished once again. Now, for a tournament, for this level of play, you might not start with Yaka's Arrow. So there's, of course, a two-ball multi-ball at, what's his name, the Chris Pratt mode. So some players might opt to just, hey, let's just take a shot at it, see what we can do, because you might get stuck in the middle of your mode and not actually get to do it. And so Fraser is actually making that decision that I just described. Decides to follow the crowd and start with Yaka's Arrow. Skill shot through the lithium lane, so more straightforward skill shots. And quick shot to Groot, lights the lock, mouth is open, and ball save is still in play. Ball save, sends it back to the pops, makes a little bit of progress on Yaka's Arrow again. Sends it back around. Still collecting those pops, and a quick transition right back into Groot. Great shot there. Oh. Groot spits it out and gives you a little bit of ball save there. And again, hey, why not take the pop bumper shot there? Ooh. Dangerous quick shot coming right back down the middle. Okay, so that managed to find Groot. He needed a quick little slap save. No, too much. Too much. Fraser's big guy doesn't know his own strength there. So that was a little more than the machine was going to let him get away with. The machines are set pretty tight here at Cascade Underground Pinball. This is one of the nice aspects of having a flat fee daily pass and then setting our games to free play is that, you know, we can set the tilts pretty tight and give players the experience that they're going to get at a, say, a larger tournament or a more competitive tournament whereas operators en route might try to make their machines a little more friendly if you're just doing some casual play at a bar. Here we can set our machines pretty tight and give the players a little less of an advantage, which, especially with players at this level of competition on a machine like this, giving them too much of a loose tilt would be here for a while. And we may still be here for a while still. All right, so we have a nearly unanimous take on Yaka's Arrow being the place to start. And everyone has a pretty middling start, honestly, so it's still anybody's game. Fraser lead with 22 million here, but that's That's not the sort of score that's going to stand up for any amount of time here. Okay. Mark Anderson. Okay, ball save still operable, so we get a couple more pops up here. Great. Progressing our way through the mode. He's found the left orbit shot that he likes. It's the feed that's giving him the most problems. Okay, nice way to slow the ball down. Right the lock. But people are having trouble finding that Groot mouth from the right flipper. It's deceptively sort of straight up the middle, but not really finding it. So Michael Veers steps up to play again. All right, making sure it is indeed his ball to plunge. I'm not sure it is. So it's still reading as player one. Hasn't given Michael his ball yet. Not sure what's happened. I don't know if he has an extra ball or... Okay. Okay. Looks like that was an extra ball, and he plunged it away. I'm not all sure if the replay will agree with that. Okay, Michael plugging in some headphones. Okay, Mark Anderson's going to go check in with the TV. Still unable to find Groot here. Oh, and another tilt. Another tilt. So we're seeing how sensitively these tilts are set up right now. All right, Fraser looking to capitalize here. So now does he pick Quill's Quest? So Quill's Quest is an automatic 2-ball multi-ball. I think he's saying, yep, I've done what I can with Yaka's arrow. They're giving me the opportunity to just use my mode here on ball 2. So that's what I'm going to do. Start there. Because if you picked a different mode, you might be stuck in that mode on your ball 3 plunge and not be able to just automatically shoot it. And then you're stuck having to complete the mode and find your way back to the right scoop, which is of course where you do the ball start there. So right scoop is lit for Quill's Quest. It's the shot you want to hit. It's a very tricky shot. It's later on the flipper than you think, even when you know how late it is on the flipper. Okay, so we got a ball return. We've still got 2 balls active here. It finds an orb lock. You can see this is just a variety of hurry-ups. Again, we're seeing a danger here. These players need to really settle down and realize how sensitive this machine is behaving right now. All right, finding some shots. Okay, finds the left ramp. Oh, no, it does not. That ramp is really persnickety. Okay, we got a good, cool 10 million out of that one. So we're working our way towards the Immolation Initiative, which is, of course, the wizard mode here at the end of the Yellow Brick Road. Okay, hoping for, oh, no, that was some real bonus. That was some real bonus there, and it doesn't take much. He was already on a danger. So... a little bit of a lead here with 36 million, but I think he probably tilted away 3 or 4 million there. Having worked his way through 2 modes, who knows how his bonus multiplier had shaped up. All right, Derek gets to choose a mode here. He goes Sanctuary, which is orbits. So you can see the left orbit is lit, and Groot is also lit. For ball save, I would have dead passed there, but that's just me. This ball needs to slow down. Yep. Just not finding Groot on the fly here. Yep. And when it jiggles around there, it's going to come down right down the middle. I wish it hadn't. Okay, so again, Fraser's 36 million stands here. Although Derek's bonus does a nice job closing that gap. Again, if he had a bonus multiplier, he would have really been in good shape. Mark Anderson also deciding to activate Close Quest for the 2-ball multi-ball of it all. Okay, finding a scoop. Nice little pickup there. And Mystery Lights shot multipliers. You can see just for a moment all the green inlaying, all the green lights pointing to shots lit there, green X's. And he almost immediately shot Groot, which is certainly, whether he did it on purpose, it was certainly the right decision. So now every shot he takes at Groot this ball will be twice as valuable as it might have been otherwise. If he manages to start his multi-ball, that's good news indeed, because that's where the jackpots are going to be located. So he's now secured his second ball lock. He needs to hit Groot, open his mouth, and then get a ball back in the backfield. Okay, lock is lit, so Mark is one center shot away from doing some real damage. Of course, that's right when it comes right down the middle off the brick and crushes his hopes and dreams there. Ending score of, I can't see that digit, it must be a 30 million. But, third at best, and we'll see what Michael finds. Michael again going for Quill's Quest, so you're really seeing, again, unanimity on the tournament strategy here. You plunge ball one at Yaka's Arrow, and then at your next opportunity, you take advantage of the Quill's Quest 2-ball multi-ball. Making progress on Yaka's Arrow helps your bonus going forward for the rest of things. And then do your best. Nice cradling there, but couldn't find the separation he wanted. So now nice little ski pass over to the right. The sling helps him out into the scoop. All right, so we're double trapped up, taking a look at the landscape, finding a Groot shot, and then again, the sling gets it right into that scoop. Well, as I was saying before, that right scoop is a tricky shot. It comes out with a very difficult feed. Nice little save. And then, so if you can get that left slingshot to do your work for you, you're really loving it. All right, good separation here. Nope. Slips through. We've seen that left ramp give people all kinds of problems. Trying to Hail Mary things off of that left flipper. You get halfway up that left ramp and then things are shooting right down towards the middle. Not much bonus to speak of. And Quill did not do quite enough work for him. Okay, so Michael leading the pack after 3 rounds, and the 4th round is a bit of disappointment there. All right, so Fraser trying to figure out what his 3rd mode is going to be. Sibling Rivalry. This one's all ramp combos. It's the Gigan of Guardians of the Galaxy. Hi, Sky Texture. Thanks for tuning in.
The boys believe. Thank you.
All right, so you can see both our Gamora and what's-her-name ramps are ready to go. So we've got Zoe Saldana and the redhead from Doctor Who. 2 ramps, and so endeth the mode. Total bonus of 11 million. Again, you got to look, most of that 11 million would have been in play for ball 2 had he not tilted it away. So, decent size lead over Derek, but not so much that he's going to be comfortable. All right. Also, opting to go for Sanctuary for his 3rd mode. Again, that's the left orbit. Of course, trying to get that Groot multi-ball, which we haven't seen, and we're not seeing. Heartbreaker for Derek. The bonus again does a lot of the work, but not enough of it. So we get Fraser with 47. Very solid finish there. All right, so Fraser's very happy with that. He is underneath the 8-player cut right now, 11 points, but with these results coming in, he'll have 18 points, which put him much more in the thick of the top half of the field. So I guess based on the vote, based on what I'm seeing on Matchplay, we are taking top 8 for finals, which means we're going to be here for a little bit. Going to need your faithful commentator is going to need a second Red Bull. We're going to make it all the way through to the evening here. Cups is open until, I don't remember if it's 10 or 11 on a Friday night. But we'll be going deep into the night with two groups playing. Two groups will be playing in our. Two groups of 4 playing in our finals. Let's see. See, our leaderboard here has not been updated. Ah, there it is. Now it has. So you can see we have Derek, who we just saw get a second, in the lead with Jake Emery. Michael's fallen to tied with third, and Fraser, after some rough initial rounds, has climbed his way into 5th place. And you can't see from that window, but tell you that. Oh, looks like things just updated there. Yep, okay, so we have Derek and Jake with 24 after 4 rounds, so that's 6 points per round, so either splitting the difference with firsts and seconds, or I guess you could do that with 3 firsts and a third. 24 points after 4 rounds is pretty good, And it looks like our last round, Matt, Augie, Chris, and Adam, our Terminator, is just finishing up. So we should be heading into, fairly soon, heading into round 5, which again will be a quick playing round, and will be, so we should be advancing to finals 2 sweets. For our long playing games, that wasn't all that long. Okay, last round, and we have Paragon, Hot Hand, Little Chief, Captain Fantastic. Okay, so Matt announcing that there will be, if there's a meaningful tiebreaker, it'll be a tiebreaker on Boomerang. I think it ought to be Paragon. I'd love to do Paragon. It'll be easier on my end, and it looks like a pretty intense group. So Matt Walton, tournament organizer, will be playing Paragon against such luminaries as Derek Brendan, Jen Degas, fan favorite Jen Degas, and of course, perennial top finisher Michael Veers. So this is really the game to watch, and for people who tuned into our streams before, Paragon is really aptly named because we see a lot of excitement on this. So looks like Corey's got the rig moved. Let's switch over to witness the beautiful back glass Paragon here. That looks great. That looks great. Thank you, Corey. Corey Anderson, Vice President and founding board member of Cups, helping us out, moving the rig around. And then I got Mason in my ear playing Hot Hand, so very, very difficult to concentrate on Paragon when the great Mason Kaiser lighting up Hot Hand mere feet away from the booth. But let's talk about the most beautiful machines ever constructed by the hands of humans. Paragon, and it plays fast, it plays mean, and you just feel like you're a barbarian guy with a sword riding a tiger. Now, those of you who tuned in watching us before know exactly what we're trying to do here with Paragon. Paragon, we have the notorious inline drops here. Trying to get. After you shoot 2 of them, those add to your bonus, but it's not until you get the secret third inline drop target back there you start seeing bonus multipliers, and that is key to this whole game. It's getting those bonus multipliers cranked up. Once you get through the 4 inline drops, there's actually a saucer all the way back here that you try to get after you've got those drops out of the way. Once you get that, your bonus is multiplied up by 5x, and then you just want to collect bonus as best you can, anywhere you can. Spinner's a great way to do that, but there are other methods as well, such as the line of drops over here. So this is a gorgeous machine from the era of Super Pins by Bally. Great little tap pass over here. Matt Walton expertly controlling it to the lower of the right flippers. So you can cradle on the upper one, of course, but not the bottom one. Try to cradle on that bottom flipper, you will find that you have scissored yourself and be subject to derision from the local crew here. All right, so it looks like Matt Walton has completed all of the drop targets. We'd love to find one of the 2 saucers, the rightmost upper saucer. Oh boy, and we're in the Beast Lair, fighting our way out. Rightmost upper saucer spells Paragon, and then another shot on it. And there it is. So that is the whole ball of wax there, finding the 5x bonus, getting the saucer behind the drop targets, and now we're just going to crank that spinner to crank up that bonus. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Jen is pointing out to me that indeed, I understand. Jen, I know. Thank you for letting me know. Jen has pointed out that I have the wrong people up there. Here. I fixed the people, Jen.
That's a bad tap pass attempt.
Alright.
Eric remembers I can't hit the spinner to save my life.
Okay, we're doing great with the inline drops there. Okay, there's the spinner rip. That's got to feel good. Okay, so we have broken 100,000, which I tend to think of as the bar between a off game and a good game. We're seeing some great flipper control here. So tap pass, and finds the saucer yet again to reset the inline drops. Nice spinner shot, just zipping along. We'll have super bonus, crank up to, I guess that's 20. Nice save. Nope, didn't trust the dead pass on that one. Probably correct. Okay, and then we get that little bitty 2-inch upper flipper just below those inline drops. I'll be damned if I can figure out what to do with it other than try to rescue yourself from certain death. Okay, so that super bonus is now up around 40. We're going to multiply that by 2, and to general applause as we watch that bonus tick up to his competitor's dismay. So yeah, this game is all about bonus. And we have an extra ball. I think we get that on the scoop up there. So no flipping allowed, but we can still nudge it. Oh, and we spell Paragon with the extra ball. No flipping allowed, but those pop bumpers are just nudging it right in. Michael Beers. Stepping up to looking at a truly dispiriting first ball from his competition. I'm not sure if we've seen anyone roll Paragon Nope, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the leaderboard right now. It looks like Hayden's score of 592,000 is the current leaderboard recorded high score. Okay, Michael starts his journey with those inline drops. And we get into the Beast Layer, but pop right out, thankfully. People who complain about the danger room on X-Men, I invite them to take a trip to the Beast Lair here on Paragon. And then you will truly feel much less dangerous about the danger room. Oh, the strange little backhand, and the Beast Lair goes right through the pop-up. It doesn't even give us a hint of a chance. That one. We're not doing Swiss pairing, but this is a high-ranking group right now. All of them are standing in the finals, and all of them have a chance to make it to the final 8, and all of them, Derek and Matt Walton tied for first with 24 points. Michael tied for 5th with 20, tied with Jen, in fact. So this is two of the leaders in the clubhouse, and then 2 tied for 5th. So this game has about as much import as any of the games could for how the finals are going to shape up. Alright, Jen finds the left saucer there. Oh, just kicks right out. Just kicks right out. Disrespectful right there.
Golden Cliffs all day.
Right.
Or not.
Matt Walton finding the left saucer twice there. Just a nice little pickup there, points-wise.
That's just me playing.
Playing pretty fast and loose, but fairly confident in his lead at the moment. Ooh, what is the... Yikes. Oh, I set my phone down on this tablecloth, and there was something sticky on it. All right, so we're heading into ball 3. I think most of the groups are picked off here. Oh boy. Oh, does the can topper work on the Red Bull as well? Not really. Not exactly. Okay. All right. All right, and we're joined by competitor Mason. Whoa, hey. Whoa, settle down there, Corey. All right.
Whoa.
All right, so we're looking at ball 3 of Paragon. Round 5 is concluding, and the Beast Lair is, of course, claiming its victims. Oh, look at that.
Narrowly avoided on that one.
Pops right out there, absolutely.
Jen having a great night tonight.
She really is. She really is. And we got to see round 1. We got to see her on Star Trek, and it was an absolute come-from-behind player 4 ball 3 victory. It's just great to see. She collected her bonus to move from 4th to 3rd place, and then the ball went out, and she moved right into 1st place with that bonus.
I heard tale of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
That bonus collect on Star Trek can be pretty
to say
crucial late in game.
Yeah, to say it's a game changer is to misunderstand that it actually is the game. That's actually what you're supposed to do. So.
Ooh, nice work.
Okay, and she finds
Jen
it.
knocking a
She's
second
really
inline
digging in
down.
there. Not letting anything go easy. After her ball 2 was just an absolute house ball, so she's coming in with a score to settle with Paragon, and there's the 2x bonus.
Nice.
That's a big change there. So she's already pulled into 2nd place. Of course, Michael still has another ball to play.
And she almost has it in rhythm off that right lower flipper too, just narrowly missing it twice in a row there.
Absolutely.
So I got a feeling that fifth target might come here soon.
So then the 3rd target, which she found, gets a 2x bonus. The 4th target, the last one there, a 3x bonus, and then the saucer behind there clinches that crucial 5x bonus, and that's when Missy scores really change. Okay, give us a G. We'll take it. We'll take it however we can get it.
Any way counts.
Absolutely. Ooh, a lot of games like this, you get lucky, but also you create your own luck. And this is a situation where she's kept it alive so well, finding the digs, finding the slap saves, and able to reap some of the benefits. And the Beast Slayer finally has its way. Great ball, Jen. Look at that bonus. Left up. All right, so now Michael really is wondering if he's going to find his way into second place here with 256. We'll see how much more wood Matt Walton decides to chop.
Yeah, Jen cheated death there twice getting out of the Beast Lair, but the third time it did claim its victim. Great ball, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Matt having no problem with the inline drops, which we've consistently seen from his end. Oh, no, nothing doing with that one. There's just no dead pass to be had. Finishes up with a 545. That's looking over at the leaderboard. I can barely make out Hayden's score there, but that's comparable. Okay, so Michael Beers looking to find some points here. Nicely trapped up. We're going to see a tap. Beautiful little tap pass.
With the nice nudge over.
Yep, and we found drop target one. And he's hoping a series of many. Okay, trap back up. There's our tap pass. We've been seeing some great work on that from our competitors.
Yep, that is.
Oh, be careful. There's a little sticky bit right there, right in the left corner. So don't put your phone on that. I learned from my mistakes, basically. Don't do that.
Yep, it's, the tap pass on Paragon from the left flipper is something that I do need to work on. I know, yeah, Michael and some other people really try and avoid shooting anything from the left flipper.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there. You can shoot it up and hope it goes down that little, I don't know, the water feature there on the left. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of safe shots, and any of the feeds from the left can be just brutal, except, of course, from that. Ooh, nice.
I do find that feed off the waterfall to be kind of nice to be able to hit that drop target, but
on the fly it's not too bad. Okay, we got to 3x. We're going to see some bonus count up here, but I don't suspect it will be enough, but I've been wrong before. Okay, so that clears up Michael with the third. Puts him to 23 points. Jen gets 25, and Matt with a uncatchable 31. Derek will also have 25. Let's switch over to the standings here. Okay, so hopefully, that sounds great. So we're gonna move over to Boomerang, and I'll have to twist the little guy here. So let's get over to booth view there.
Okay, so we have a tiebreaker, a two-way tiebreaker for the final spot in our 8-person finals between Augie Nielsen and Chris Jamal. Augie just celebrated 8 years of living in Oregon yesterday, so happy to be here with him. Fellow volunteer here at Cascade Underground Pinball Society, located in Eugene, Oregon. Facing off against Chris, a relative newcomer to the scene here. Got some great skills. We'll see, playing kind of a wild card game here. Boomerang just had its debut, I believe, yesterday here at Cups.
That's right.
Yep. So just got on the floor yesterday. It's definitely got some quirks. Definitely a unique playfield, full of danger.
Could push towards the back glass and 4 inches. Okay, so speaking of that obscure playfield, you're looking at it right here. So we've got, as we usually see, a hole in the back. Pretty common for a plunge here. And after that, things get pretty wild and woolly, honestly. I was playing this a little bit when I got here. There's a lot of interesting features here, much like Captain Fantastic. Bonus maxes at 15,000, and you can get bonus by shooting the captive balls on either side. So kind of this horseshoe effect here. The captive balls on either side roll over 3 rollovers. The bottom and the top one are A and B, and then over here you've got C and D. And when you complete those lights down here, so these are the stand-ups A, B, C, and D, that will light your double bonus, which is a big deal in this game.
And we saw Chris doing what we might see everybody trying to narrowly avoid here off the plunge when it comes down that right inner orbit. It is wanting to kick into that hungry left out lane. You have to do something, otherwise it's probably going to come there if it's going medium fast, even if it's coming right off the saucer up top.
Absolutely, it can be a real brutal feed. Oh, let's see if we can't. I guess there's no. I don't know if I can update this to display the tiebreaker. I don't think I can. Nope, I don't think the tiebreaker actually
Might not be
demonstrates
in.
a match play, but you can see at least one of our competitors in the tiebreaker, Augie, and how he got here was with 21 points.
Oh, nice shot on the captive ball to the right.
And of course, the real juicy thing is that spinner in the center, which feeds it to this absolutely unhinged pop bumper here, which sometimes will do hardly anything, and sometimes will just stay alive in there for minutes at a time, hitting a bunch of the stand-ups. So.
And logically, the center spinner is offset just slightly to the left,
Yes.
just to really make things make more sense on this game.
Absolutely, and it is a difficult shot to dial in. I couldn't believe how hard it was, and in fact, the little orbits to the side of it, these don't feed quite the way you think they would, so it's kind of shades of Sea Witch or Beatles when you're like, I can see it. It should be a straight shot, but it just does not naturally want to follow that curve, and you get a lot of, nice spinner shot there from Chris.
Yeah, there's
Tied for 4th Wednesday. This Pinball Nights.
Very nice,
That was
very
a
nice.
Tiebreaker between myself, Chris, and Christy. So looks like Chris is the victor on that. Have that right? Oh no, sorry. That was Augie with the ball 3 walk off, and we will see if we have another dark Augie sighting here. Okay, so our final 8 in order is Jake, Emily, and Matt Walton with 31 points, tied for first. Chandler in third with 27 points. Derek and Jen, who we just saw on Paragon, 25 points apiece, tied as well with Fraser, 25. Michael Veers clings into the finals at 7th with 23 points. And then at 21 points, the playoff we just saw, the tiebreaker to get into the coveted 8th spot between Chris and Augie. And that is Augie with the ball 3 walk-off on Boomerang. Now we need to...
refresh that.
Yep. I can.
Browser.
Yeah. Yep. Very cool. Now the question is, can I find finals? Oh, does he have it listed in the overview? Yep, there it is.
2, 5, 6, 6,
Got it.
This number right here,
Right?
2, 5, 6, 6.
That's what I got. Okay. And there we go. Yes. So I want to interact with that. Go to players. There's no standings because, yeah, we haven't...
Go to your screen name, and then you'll have to change it.
Mhm.
See the progress.
Yep. Okay, good. And then we'll wait for some matches to be drawn.
Pick the game.
Okay.
Okay, so we have an interesting little twist. We're doing the finals format
didn't do the...
that
okay.
we were kind of doing at our big tournament, the Cubs Cup. So the top seed from each group is in the driver's seat and gets to pick the game for each of the 3 rounds.
Sorry, I just hit the link from the main page, which is not the broadcaster link, so... Is there a way I can sign in?
Try something.
Okay.
Okay, and Jake Emery is choosing Flash. Jen is wisely choosing player 4. Derek chooses 3. No surprises there. Dark Augie takes 2.
Nicely done. All right. Flash.
Matt Walton chooses Captain Fantastic.
Do Flash because it's, yeah, so right here. All right, so we're going to be following Jake, Augie, Derek, and Jen. We're starting on Flash.
And yeah, so top seed from each group gets to choose the game for each round. 8-player final, so when you move on to the finals, the player cannot choose the same game twice.
Okay, and we're set up on Flash from the collection of Hayden Harker. Jake chose the game, so he has to go first. Other competitors wisely chose not first. All right, darling, this is maybe one of the hardest back glasses to get in the frame with the way they've laid out the 4 scores there. Ali gives it a run for its money, but really the top left to the bottom right, we really want to fill up the frame here.
Really want to make sure not to waste any of this beautiful, beautiful pinball artwork here.
For sure. It's gorgeous.
Can't remember the name of the artist.
I'm afraid I can't either, but he really earned his keep on this one.
Yeah, a lot of work on those pectoral muscles. That's for sure.
Yes, really the musculature, the understanding of human anatomy.
You know, I feel like the Flash is channeling his inner Sea Witch, really, with this pose.
Indeed, it does seem like. I don't know if this was in response to Sea Witch or if it's like Hound Dog versus Brer Cat. There's sort of a dialogue going on with our mythological.
They wanted a piece of the market.
Indeed.
Of the mythical sea hag market.
Yep. Oh.
All right, Jake Emery having no trouble.
Rollover just the way we wanted to. Absolutely. So there's our bonus multipliers up to 3x. And again, with the bonus multipliers here, those in lanes, you need to get 1, 2, 3, and 4 before you get the 3x. 1, 2, and 3 gives you the 2x. We don't have the spinner licks. I think we need 2 sets of leftmost drop targets to light the spinner. So,
Yep.
looking at the drop targets here, Jake has finished 1 bank. Is looking to finish a 2nd to light that upper spinner. Unless my eyes deceive me, he may have lit the pop bumpers. So it's kind of a stealth strategy that Corey Anderson likes. Lighting the pop bumpers off the stand up right here. Right there. And just with the understanding that, hey, I'm going to send it back to those in lanes. I'm going to pick up a lot of pop bumpers. So if I can make them worth a little extra, that's not a bad way to start.
Yeah, and most of the time you don't light those in lanes as quickly as Jake did right there.
No,
So
he's
you're
very
going to be
efficient.
hitting some pop bumpers.
Absolutely. So you're gonna be tossing it up there quite a bit before you accomplish your mission there.
Well, when Jake does get that spinner lit, look out, because he was absolutely nailing that shot 3 or 4 times, nothing but net right through the spinner. So
Absolutely.
I would be wary, would be afraid if I was his competitor and he gets that spinner lit.
Absolutely. And Jake is coming into ball 2 with a pretty decent score there. 105 already.
All right, Derek picks up 2, going for a 3rd. A little too far to nudge from that one, but he gets it on the putback.
Sends it back. Very nice. Okay, so the way this works, you need 1, 2, 3, and 4 to have something, and 2, 3, 4 ain't nothing. So he's got to find the 1. And perfect nudge there off of the plastic divider. So now he's got the 3x bonus. Nice dig there.
No problem hitting that spinner either.
No,
He's got
no,
1,
nice
2,
little rip.
3, 4 lit.
Yeah.
He's got 1 drop target left on the left bank.
Okay, nice little trap up. We're going to take a look around here. Again, finding the spinner.
Ooh.
Nope, bad. That was a tough feed there. But comparable, very comparable score to Jake's. This is a very close ball 1 here.
Yep, okay, definitely got some points from keeping it up top there before, unfortunately, coming down the middle off of the left sling. Ooh, good save there from Jen. And we had a little bit of spin or a little bit of play off of the insert there. That ball definitely found an eddy on the middle of the play field.
Jake Ligon in chat. Rooting not for his Roseburg compatriot, but for Augie instead.
They root for each other,
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
plenty.
Absolutely. They're not directly in competition right now anyway, so.
Yeah, Jake wishing, he says, time to burn one for Augie. Cheers to 8 years. Cheers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love Augie around here. Happy to have him. Beautiful little save there.
Yeah, Jake is really playing a very controlled game on this one. Yep, nice patience there. Okay, looking for that too. Great.
Beautiful.
Great. Lands right where he wanted it.
Ooh,
Oh,
beautiful
how'd he
save
find that?
with the double tap.
Yeah. Not giving up on anything.
A lot of really compact slaps there. Like you said, great patience, really taking the time to gain control, set up some good shots here.
Ooh.
Beautiful dig.
Yeah. This game is not cutting him any slack. Nothing comes easy on Flash. Okay, there's another drop. I can't quite tell from our perspective. Oh, looks like he's got the second to bottom. We can't quite find it there. Whoop. There's a beautiful dead pass. There it is. Okay, so now we've got that spinner leg. We've got those rollovers that really some points up there. Wishing it would go over that left lipper. Okay. Yep, big breath here. There it is. There it is. Big rip with a
Beautiful.
mid spin. working. Boy, once he gets that spinner lit, he's a real threat.
And avoids that right out lane, which can be definitely a danger zone on this machine right here. Loves to hit that metal and unfortunately not make it back clear out of the right out lane.
Once again, the nudge does him just where he wants it to be.
Beautiful rip again. Going back for his third serving of lit spinner, and
couldn't survive that right out lane that many times, but look at this bonus. Clearing 300 and moving right through it. Okay. All right.
Very solid ball there from Jake.
Indeed.
Ooh, that was...
He's not getting any sympathy from this machine.
He was in danger right from the beginning there.
This is to have no ball save and to have a plunge that instantly puts you in lateral movement. You're just right in danger right from the jump in this game.
Yeah, anything goes wrong, you can brick it in multiple ways off the plunge.
So many vicious feeds here, and a hard plunge will only sometimes clear it around into the 1, 2, 3, and like you can see, just like you said, if it doesn't make it all the way around, it can creep back in many disastrous ways.
And sometimes, if it does go all the way around but goes around too fast, equally dangerous because it's screaming down the right, and if you don't hit it with that right flipper to slow it down, you can be in a bad spot.
It's heat-seeking missile there. Okay, so we got a bank of targets done. Very nice.
Tough angle, came to the tip of the flipper, but difficult.
Jen commiserating with Augie. But, okay, and there, as the prophecy foretold there, that was the hard plunge through the spinner, and Jen wisely got an upper flipper on it. Okay. Get that upper flipper to keep feeding that loop. Oh,
there it goes.
Here we go. So we got all of the inlanes ready to go.
All right, ball three, Jen.
Yep. And that
looking
was
for
Yep. Okay. All right, Jake looking to put his competition away here.
All right, so going into this final ball, we have Jake Emery in first with 346,000. We've got Augie with 13K. Derek in second with 152, and Jen in third with 35.
And we saw from Jake's ball too, I don't want to say all the points you can get, but really most of the points you can get. A 200,000 ball, I mean, there are other things you can do, but he did just about everything that one wants to do on this machine.
You're starting to run out of clear objectives at that point. You're kind of just...
You've maxed your bonus, you've got your multipliers up, and, turn on those bot bumpers, turn on those in lanes. There's only so much left on the board. So at that point, his competitors, if you're in an Augie or Jen situation where you haven't really done much, Jake puts together another ball like that. You really start to wonder how you're gonna scrape up the difference here.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, let's see if Augie can get some control.
Ooh, that came ripping in that in lane. No. Not to be.
Jengus the science guy saying he's seeing it well. That'll do it. I'm guessing we're talking about.
Yes, cheering his brother on there.
I think we might be onto something there. And Derek sees it just lose just enough momentum off that right flipper right there.
He's looking to pass it over, and it just stopped cold coming off the tip.
All right, so Jen's
third and really needs to come up with some points here to get into second. And first would require quite a ball.
about 120 shy of second right now.
Okay.
Looking for these.
Oof, boy, that feed coming out of the left again. We've seen it over and over again. All right. And so we'll see where our group is headed.
In the meantime, a little recap of the other match we did not see. Matt Walton in the driver's seat. Chose Captain Fantastic. Came out with a first. Fraser Sanderson came in second, getting 2 points.
I haven't heard.
Michael Veers third, 1 point, and Chandler with 0 points for a fourth. So not only does the finals format really reward qualifying as the high seed by letting you pick your route throughout the games, getting the choice of game, but the scoring format too really rewards coming in first place with 4 points for first place, 2 for second, 1 for third, and 4 for zero.
That's right, and it's nice we get to see it incentivizes some riskier play, I think. So we get to see people kind of swinging for the fences because getting a third and a first is a lot better than getting 2 seconds, which isn't the case, obviously, in qualifying. In 7-5-3-1, first and a third, 2 seconds to wash. That's the same thing.
Yeah, especially late when you get to that game 3, you can really see the difference there, and that can really heavily impact your approach on that third game. Sometimes that second, somebody gets off to a strong lead.
It's a mystery.
Life's a mystery sometimes.
It absolutely is. All right. Aztec Classic EM from the collection of Hayden Harker, president and founding board member of Cups.
Beautiful. So we're going to be trying to complete some lanes up top, like that spinner, which he
Top
did,
bumper
but
helped him out with the spinner light
unfortunately,
and then couldn't find the ball on the flipper.
so yeah, your primary objective is to get that spinner lit and rip some spinner.
Which is the center in lane there. So if you didn't get it off the plunge, you just try and get it back there until you do. So you find that one. And this isn't, you don't have that fancy modern lane change here. It's the center lane no matter what you do. So that's what we're going to see all the competitors shooting for.
Yeah, nudging up top, very important on this game. Also, nudging off of those pop bumpers is huge. You can, yeah, I know I've had many balls on Aztec where I get, 75 or more % of my time is not using the flippers at all. It's just all up top.
Zip it back up top and try to get as much as you can. Jen, well, she may not be finding the center lane. She's finding a lot of bonus up there. So you can see the score inserts there. That sort of semicircle here keeps track of your bonus. And then if you get, I think it's Z, T, and E, you can double that bonus.
She gets in the candy cane right there,
She has
and
indeed doubled her bonus. So this This is a very good first ball. Love the lighter spinner, but
And then the candy cane, is it 5,000 per Aztec letter?
that's right.
Yep.
That's right. So the more letters you have, the more valuable that is. And as we've seen multiple times before, when you get it in there, sometimes it pops right out onto that right pop bumper here, and then just pops right back in. So you can see people combo it 2, 3, 4 times. You know, it might be skill. When it happens to me, it's skill.
Yes.
When it happens to my
course.
competitors, it's usually just luck.
Dumb luck.
All right,
Okay.
decisive for Jen. That was a great first ball. No one else had anything really close to it. So now we're back to player one.
A little tricky to see the score wheel. Looks like maybe a
Tell what the
3.
leading digit is, but
Looks like we might be in the 30s.
Yep. Is it not, Jake? Oh, nope. I guess we're waiting on.
Oh, and yeah, so
We're waiting on Augie.
yeah, it doesn't look like play order is updated in. Oh no, maybe it is. Yeah, Augie player 1, then Jake, then Derek, then Jen. And looks like our competitor is returning to the arena.
Well, Aztec does go quickly. Gary's staring us down. Distract us. But, consummate professionals that we are, avoiding his evil eye and continuing to take in the mystical, prehistoric gods of Aztec Mesoamerica. Nice.
Oh.
Nice big spinner rip. Unfortunately, the spinner was not lit, but
I bet
that's,
it's still felt good though.
still felt good. Absolutely. It sounded good. Felt good. We'll see if we can't send it back up to that backfield and try to light the spin. Yeah. Okay. Get the rollover for an additional bonus and another bonus increment, but nobody's really finding that center in lane there.
Oh, he's getting some good clicks and clacks of that spinner along the way.
It is juiced about as nice as you'd want it. Boy, coming out of that pop up,
Man.
we've seen it just rip down the center.
Yeah, the angles on these center pops are just really, really dangerous, and they're firing pretty strong on this game for sure. But yeah, your angles coming from those two exposed pop bumpers can be
Nicely
brutal.
nudges it into that center. But can't find it.
Once again, Jake lighting that spinner right off the bat. Let's see if he can get some points out of it this time.
There it is. Perfect.
Nicely done.
Perfect. So that ripped him from about mid-20s to 50s.
Beautiful
Those
dig.
breaks. Couldn't find it again.
Close. Tricky,
Alright.
tricky angle coming across that play field at that angle.
Yeah.
Derek confirming wisely that he has the correct play order.
It's amazing. It's the simplest thing in the world, but I think we've all been in the situation where, tension is running high and you just think, oh, it must be my turn, and find yourself making that unforced error there. Okay, another nice lit spinner rip there. Okay, picks off a letter. Okay, so double bonus was lit, but he did not collect it. He collected either on the spinner or the candy cane, but he didn't find it back on the flipper, so that was a unfortunate amount of points left behind there. Okay, Jen's still in control here after her great ball one. And nothing doing here, but
Right out lane claiming another victim.
that's right. A little bit of bonus on the way out, so still got a pretty decent lead.
Ball changing direction just slightly, just enough to.
Vicious little curve there. And he's got to be wondering if he's going to be advancing, if this is the story of his night here.
Oh, reverse through the middle. We'll get that spinner lit immediately again.
Yep.
Poised for potential.
Jake is 3 for 3 on lighting that spinner, but he's only exploited it once. So a third now means it's a little more up in the air here.
Yeah, it can be really difficult to actually get the ball on the flipper
Yeah,
stationary.
On that right foot, absolutely. It's another game where tap passing is crucial, just like we saw with Paragon. Okay, so again, he's got a lit spinner. Can't quite find it. That's instead of a dead pass.
Right
Dug
out
it
lane.
Right into the suicide stand up there, but does get ahead of Jen. So Jen doesn't have to do much. Can't do nothing.
Okay.
There we go. Just what you like to see. There it is. Great little backhand dig into there. And that's what you like to see. Pretty much shuts the door on everyone here. Good enough.
Well done.
Good enough. All right.
Little
Okay.
friendly
The
camaraderie.
crowd celebrating Jen's victory there. So now Jen finds herself with 5 points. Jake finds himself with 5 points.
Jengus, the science guy says, has anyone ever had 3 good balls on Aztec?
Only in a 5-ball game, I think. When it's set for 5 balls, you can sometimes have 3 good balls on
Yeah.
there. So
I think that's the rule.
yeah, when it was set up in Hayden's garage at 5-ball play, it was rollable then. But I have yet to see anyone roll it in a 3-ball game. You would really have to squeeze about every point you could out of that one. So
I would be elated.
Yeah.
I think I would be elated.
yeah, you could see something like that for sure. As is, scores like this, 160s, 180s, yep, perfectly respectable.
Yeah.
I guess so. Sure. It's pretty exciting because it's 4-4-5, so it's going to be an exciting game 3. Okay, so we'll be lining up on Godzilla after another group finishes theirs out. Great. So we'll set up for the turn here. We'll go around the bend into the moderns. Feel free to play with this window. I screwed around with it a little bit, and it's gone from bad to worse. So
I could see how intuitive the interface is. Shout out to Eric Merchant for really taking the bull by the horns and helping get our streaming rig here in town put together and helping figure out all the bells and whistles to make this whole thing work. You know, we've been really, really grateful to have a streaming rig around. It's been great to be able to tune in and see what your friends are doing when you can't make it out. Some good moments to look back on.
what am I doing? It's not an image. Yeah, see that? Looks fine. Let's see. Okay. Interact with it. Change. Oh, I see. There's no global standings because semifinals don't do that. So this window is like the ranking of the
I did see on a couple screens ago, it did have an option for semifinals. It appeared as a link.
So let's see. So we got no standings.
Jenkins the Science Guy says, looks like we got some serious tiebreaker opportunities coming up. That
really
is
do.
right. We are currently going into game 3. Jen in the lead with 5 points, and then we have Jake Emery and Derek Brendan tied at 4. You know, and Augie with 1 point.
Oh dear. All right, so we're moving the rig down to fan favorite Godzilla.
Yeah, and this particular Godzilla, I don't know if it's been on stream yet today, but
Not yet today.
this particular Godzilla, it's a little tougher than one that you would see on location on average.
Absolutely. I was making that same comment about Guardians, and it is true here as well.
Yeah, significantly, a little bit noticeably steeper than you would find on most locations. We have the luxury of doing that here.
That's right.
At Cups, you know, everything's on free play once you pay to get in the door to our certified non-profit. You can have at it, so we can make the games as hard as we want to.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. One thing I like about the free play model is, you know, you can play a game of Boomerang, see what it feels like. And, I mean, even if I put a quarter into a game of Boomerang, I might feel like, man, that quarter went real quick. But I'm here. I'm here for the duration. I paid my daily fee, so yeah, just hit it around a little bit. It's a Jenga-style Zilla, dirty, easy door, and that is true. That is true. So Jenga's the science guy. This is from his collection.
Okay, getting a skill shot, extending that ball save a little bit.
Yes, for those of us playing for the Cups, certainly remember this machine with no ball save unless you got a skill shot, which was a very high pressure environment. And glad to see.
I do believe we might still be having a. Or actually, no, I think we figured out that was a physical thing, that it was just missing the
Yeah, the short plunge every once in a while would hop over the sort of sensor there underneath the pop bumper, and you wouldn't get credit for whatever that short plunge skill shot that doesn't hit the pop bumper is. And then you wouldn't have any ball save, and you'd find yourself possibly in real trouble.
And Jake is making great progress on Geigen, his first monster battle right out of the gate. I think that was a 4-way Geigen ramp combo.
Yep, managed to take out some ramps. Finds a danger with that shake, but still, 23 million out of there. Didn't complete the mode, but made some real good progress on it. What's it? Yeah, I got it, for sure. Yeah, I'll try to plug things in. Okay. I won't worry about
All
that.
right.
Then I'll just try to
And Augie is up.
turn off.
Still got his ball save
Okay,
going.
Power everything down that I need here. Great. Well, unplug the batteries. Yeah, or else it'll drain. We're good. Okay, great. Thanks for all your help tonight. Good plan. Well,
Thanks, Corey.
Great game of Bride of Pinbot. Holy cow. It was a very good game. You had everybody waiting. I just sat here and be like, sorry you can't see this, but Corey's having an amazing game on the right. So, all right. I'll check you later. Maybe Sunday. Cool.
Okay, so Augie has 1 ramp out of the 2 needed to qualify his first monster battle. He has definitely made some progress on some saucer hits.
Yep. Finds the scoop a little earlier than he wanted, but now we're good to go.
Couple building hits too.
Ex-alien telling us it's time for a kaiju fight, but no, it isn't. Battle may be lit, but nothing is keeping that ball from going down the center.
Making some progress towards getting that building down, but not without some danger.
No, it can be a tricky feed out of there. So
Let's see what skill shot Derek goes for. Going for a short
Okay,
plunge.
Short plunge registers just fine there, so he gets +5 on his ball save. Derek, of course, sporting the ECPL jersey that I managed to give him today. So.
And wearing it well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Looks sharp. Yeah, the vertical pinstripes look better on some people than others. It can be a little challenging for some of us, but absolutely. Of course, 1337 or elite, as we
Elite.
like to say.
Yeah.
So, excellent choice of number. You get up to 5 digits on these jerseys, so they've gotten very creative.
Not a historical reference. Not a historical reference. Just a classic gamer.
That's right.
Classic gamer number.
That's right.
All right, and Jen, utilizing that ball save, we get to see the beautiful,
Gets back
beautiful
in the fight,
graphics.
Manila, for sure. Yeah, I think it's very clever that the I think it's Monster Island, All Monsters Attack, the little ball save story of Manila going up against, God help me if I knew the name of that kaiju. I know the names of a lot of kaiju, but whatever that guy with the crystals on his head, no, I don't know. I don't have that right in my back pocket. Okay, finding the scoop, but it's not ready for kaiju battle yet. Does give you credit for a tank.
We are dancing around the center here.
Can't find the loop, digs it out to the middle. Okay, and there is the building.
Gets it on the left flipper.
Nice little trap, but nothing doing. Those of you who are used to playing premium will notice that the pro here, the Mechagodzilla shield, does not move. So you just have a static spinner there. There's no wedge to launch it up off of. So you just go through that spinner enough times that you light the shield, which stays in its position to the left, and can actually be pretty tough to get all 3 of those stand-ups. It's much harder than when it swings back around on the premium.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. You got a limited path to it without using that left upper flipper, which
Yeah.
can be dangerous. I know some people really avoid trying to hit anything with that left upper flipper,
For sure.
unless you got a destruction jackpot that's really got a nice bonus on it.
Jake finds Rodan. It's a great little companion. So that is, of course, 2x scoring. And he restarts his Geigen. So he can get some real points out of this if he finds his combos. Not quite finding the left. Trap up here. There is, of course, Godzilla at DGP down in those groups. So Jake has spent some time on Godzilla, as have, I think, most modern pinball players. It's one of those games I rarely pick because it feels like everybody knows this game back and forth. Finishing off. Godzilla controls Tiffany.
31 million.
Yeah, respectable, but yeah, when you've got Rodan along for the ride, you make some real points there. So,
Okay.
not happy with his finish there, but I think that's probably a sizable lead. We'll see what we see on the scores here. Okay, 88 million.
Yeah.
Again, with the game set up this quick, very little ball save. That's a real score. It's not like the friendly playing games down at the local bar.
And that reminds me of a few rounds ago when Jake was player 1 on Venom and was not very satisfied with his score after ball 3 there, and ended up with a hearty lead over everybody by the end of it. So, which that is also set up a little bit unfriendly.
Yeah,
So that
great.
score goes a little bit farther than you would expect it to sometimes.
Absolutely. When we first set up the leaderboard and were testing it, Corey Anderson logged in and defeated Null and got to unlock the character. So he has like an over billion score on that leaderboard, and I think that's going to stay the number 1 score for a while. Okay, Augie managing to keep it alive. Another rip through the Mechagodzilla spinner. Oh, and now we see the shield lights are on now. We can work our way towards that if we're so inclined.
Jet Fighter attack started.
Jet Fighter plus Rodan, this could be a
Heat
real,
Ray is
real
ready.
turnaround. Heat Ray is ready. opportunities. And of course, we go
Oh.
halfway up a ramp and right
And
back
Mecha
down.
Godzilla was online.
So much potential there. And 53 million. This is ball 2? Is this ball 3? No,
This is ball 2.
This is ball 2, so we still do.
One of the great things about Godzilla, part of the reason everybody, or a lot of people love it,
It's the general
is
consensus.
yeah.
Very good machine.
It's and part of that I believe that as Augie was kind of getting to illustrate right there is you hit the stuff on the playfield enough times and good things will happen.
Something's going to break open, absolutely. So maybe the spinner lights the heat ray, maybe the in-lanes get your jet fighters going. Scoop found his way to Rodan, so I know when I was first learning the game, it just felt like, you're just trying to start making your shots, and then you get a sense of how to actually convert into big scores. So,
Rough ball there for Derek.
okay, Kevin finished the ball 2 with 10 million. Yeah, he really needs to think about what he's going to do. He wants to advance here. But yeah, we have some real possibility for tiebreakers.
Jen getting some shots, making a loop.
Nice work with the loop there.
Oh,
Couldn't get that feed out of the halfway spinner shots.
a little update on our other group here. We have, after 2 games, Matt Walton in the lead with 6 points. We have Chandler in second with 4 points. Frazier in third place with 3 points, and Michael Veer is bringing up the rear with 1 point in fourth place.
Do we know when they are playing Aztec right now, I believe? Or no, Flip Club. I'm trying to remember what's the far.
Little Chief.
Little Chief. Right.
Chief.
Right. Boy, this lineup keeps changing. I keep forgetting what's where.
Oh.
Jake couldn't dig it out there. Destroyed another saucer. Nice little chunk of bonus. Breaks 100, but looking at how the other players have set the table, you can't feel too confident with 100 million points. Okay. Finds the skill shot. Nice little chunk of multipliers there.
Got 1 target left on Mecha Godzilla's barrier.
Got it, yeah. So the spinner is lit to start Mecha. And he finds the scoop, which is no bad thing.
And restarting Titanosaurus.
That's right. Restart Titanosaurus. Mazer target is lit. He's looking for that Mecha spinner. Be a real game changer of a shot here. Okay, finds the Mazer. Nice little payoff there. So we're back to the captive ball to finish Titanosaurus. Of course, that spinner is trying for a backhand captive ball. Didn't quite have the speed. Okay, coming around.
There it is.
Mazer lights ally.
Oh, and we have it.
And there it was. Is that we're doing Mecha? Yes, we are.
Yep.
Yes, we are. I missed the spinner shot, but we are converting right into Mecha.
Yep. Lost it in the shuffle there with that mode finish.
Yep. The movies just can't keep up with the things that Hockey's doing in this game here.
And he moves into first place right now with this multi-ball, so he's just kind of adding to the cushion here.
Absolutely. He is got the pedal on. He's got his foot on the pedal, and he's no sign of letting up. Let's see, so we've got he's got one of the Mechagodzilla jackpots here. He's looking for either ramp or another one. And Gyrus is online. Perfect ally to pick up here. Gyrus, of course, the spiky turtle kaiju. Something of a direct response to the popularity of Gamera. Okay, a 3X Mechagodzilla jackpot on the way out there.
Yeah, got a decent chunk of points there before it ended. Looks like you might be going for that destruction jackpot. There it is.
9.5 times 2. That's a nice little pickup if you can find the loop. Make his life very exciting.
No dangers on that.
Nope.
Oh.
That re-plant is being surprisingly persnickety. Usually that's kind of a bailout shot. You just lob it up there and get the ball on the flipper.
It's feeling pretty steep.
Yeah.
It's feeling pretty steep lately. You have to really hit it square to get it to go cleanly up that ramp right now.
I've seen a couple times during this game, people just sort of popping it up there, and it's not enough. You've got to really get a direct shot on it. Like so, as Anthony demonstrates that. Nice little ramp combo, and we have our mode lit. Our kaiju battle ready to go. Okay, yet another secret combo.
There it is.
Almost any 2 shots.
Not so secretive.
Yeah. Just fun to discover them. Okay.
Okay.
So we are going with and we just heard a crucial last call. I think I will take advantage.
Okay.
And entertain the troops when we watch this Zilla game count down. And when I return, if there's a tiebreaker.
There we go. Okay, so let's see what Derek can do here. He's at 21 million. Still got 83 to move into second place. Finding one of those ramps. That left ramp is noticeably, on most tables, harder to get than the right ramp. Finds that right ramp again after 1 reject. Alright, making some progress towards Mechagodzilla. Lighting the magnet grab. And you just see it is having a rough time getting up that ramp. Okay, mode timed out. Let's see if we can get it back into the scoop on the right to start that mode again. Gets it on the left flipper. We do have Jet Fighter attack rolling. Okay, magnet grab building is at 8%, so I'm probably a shot away from qualifying his Godzilla locks. Beautiful dig right there. That was nearly the end for Derek. Gets it back into scoop. Mothra joins the battle. The ally, that is a left outlane ball save. Okay, chooses destroy the saucer, deciding he moves cities. Forgoes finishing Gigan, collects probably 10 million, maybe under. We'll find out. 6 million. Nothing. Hi, Tara. We have some lovely people in the house tonight. Oh God, Matt Walton up to hijinks. Nobody wants to hear that. You didn't know it made noise. Well, now you definitely know. He didn't know it made noise. I apologize for him.
How do we like James On's here?
Okay, Derek getting some flipper separation here. Yeah. He doesn't quite have the personality that you have. Okay.
Strong silent type.
Yeah. Okay, so
How is shaping up here on ball 3?
so Derek Derek had a multi-ball going, got some flipper separation, just
Great.
drained out. He made a good bit of progress towards taking
Nice.
at least a second.
Okay.
Chose the timer bonus on tier 1.
Sure.
Deciding to go back. He did move cities, so he
Well, he hasn't quite secured second place here.
no, but making progress
Making real
towards it, and that
towards
progress
I'm
stops.
afraid that progress just came to a halt. All right, let's see what Jen has up her sleeve. Jake's happy to see that.
Okay.
Mm. All right.
Another secret combo.
Oh.
Hmm.
Jen's happy to see a multi-ball. Which one are we? Oh, we're picking There Goes Tokyo. Of course.
Let's have some fun. Let's hit some
Absolutely.
shots here. Let's see some jackpots.
All right. Right. Okay, good 2x jackpot around the spinner there. Ball
Ball
save
save
should
still lit.
still be, yep, absolutely. Still in play. We're still dishing them out, and we're still taking them. As fast as they can come out, they seem to find the middle there.
Only 3
Alright,
more
super's lit.
spins. I think that might be it.
Oh. Ah. Couldn't find the super there. We do have the Tesla strike lit. Where are we going to find the points now, we wonder.
Oh.
Ah, boy, that right ramp, the feed out of that half right ramp has been difficult, lemon difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard to gauge. You want to believe that it's going to go, so you don't want to shake it out high.
For sure.
Sometimes if you see that you're not going to make a ramp shot, especially on these modern sterns, you want to shake it high to try and get it horizontal
get
to
it
not go
moving
straight
before-
down the middle.
Absolutely. So before you get in trouble, try and preempt things a little bit with the shake there.
But you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Our mod, I'm gonna allow. I'll allow
Okay.
it. I'll allow it, but watch yourself, Jangus. The mod came in and said it wasn't quite sure about your comment there, Jangus. So, yes, our chat sensitivity is dialed a little high, but we're not sure about.
So we have a 3-way tiebreaker. So
Hot hand.
oh.
Matt, can I ask you to move the rig? Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we are moving over to hot hand. That is Jen's choice for our 3-way tiebreaker.
Excellent choice, Jen.
I'm not sure. I don't think we can do any update here on Matchplay, but there's nothing really to tell you. Whoever wins this game advances. So Jake Emery goes forward with his 6 points, and everyone else ends with 5 points. This was as evenly distributed as those points could be, and we are looking for the winner of Hot Hand, one of the most chaotic games.
I think you could say that.
Absolutely.
I think you could say that. One of my personal favorites of the collection here at Cups. Just an absolute zinger of a game. The genius.
I can't see player 1's score, so if you could just tilt the camera, since I won't need since I won't need player 4's score, you might need to loosen the.
Matt Walton really showing off the muscles here, you know, really generating a lot of torque to adjust this camera rig.
There you go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
not
And
for-
it never misses an opportunity
Absolutely.
to show off
Put
a
on
little
a little
bit.
gun show here at Cups.
Yeah. That's why we keep them
Found
around,
important.
you know.
Absolutely. It's the eye candy of the.
Yeah. All right. So
All right,
Jen's
we get our
starting
last
off
bathroom call
first.
here as we edge towards 10 o'clock. So
All right, getting some nice dimple shots,
hopefully
and
everyone else
just
will find
comes
some empty
down.
bottles.
Comes down that left orbit at just the wrong speed for Jen. So, what a beauty of a game. Had the only Harry Williams coming out of retirement to create this absolute beauty of a game.
I remember the first time I went to Next Level, and you go to Next Level and you're kind of overwhelmed by how many games you have the chance to play. And I saw this, and I was like, "What on earth is this? Let's play this." So it's a conversation piece, to say the least. and I see people walk into Cups, gravitate towards it because it is such a strange beast of a machine.
Yeah, prominently featuring this just absolute monster of a giant flipper. Not really causing a lot of chaos. We're finding a lot of drains down the
Anyone's
lanes.
game here after ball 1.
So, as if there wasn't enough chaos by the giant spinning flipper of death, you have 3 exposed pops right in the center of the play field.
Center, and any one of them can flick it right down the middle, quick as anything, quick as you like. Jen's reacting perfectly here.
Oh. Got a little bit of card progress. So you get cards by getting these fun little dimples around that upper flipper, and also by clearing cards on the drops on the right, and that left orbit claims another victim.
But crucially, even if you get up there and the enormous flipper and its corresponding dimples are kind to you, you're only collecting cards in one suit until you hit either, I believe, pop bumpers or the spinner. So you can collect your entire row, your entire, straight flush in one suit. And after that, until you change suits, going up there may not be as beneficial as you'd like it to be. So you can see on the leftmost column here, it'll tell you which suit is active, and then you're collecting cards in a given row. And that's basically your bonus, and it's held. So whatever cards you collect in ball 1, you'll keep them for ball 2 and ball 3, but you're just trying to fill up that grid as much as you can. Ooh. Great reaction by Jen there as the pop bumpers really decided to put her through her paces. Okay, finding some drop targets there, which is in fact the only way to find aces. So the dimples up top can give you 10 through king, but the side ramp of drop targets is where the aces are to be found. All right, looking for the spinner, but not quite finding it. Perfect
Beautiful
nudge,
nudge back
perfect
in
nudge.
play there. Really hard to
Real
save it
heads-up
from
play
that
there,
left
but
out lane.
Great chunk of bonus, and definitely after that first ball, showing us how it can happen. How you put up points on this thing.
Yeah, really hard to get it away from that left out lane if it's going there.
Yeah, it is not an easy nudge. Okay, firing it straight up the middle.
Slap that glass.
One of the many common glass pops.
And it hustles right out the right.
Will it hold?
Indeed. All right.
Oh, it doesn't
James the
matter
science
because we're
guy.
going for all or nothing.
That's right. That's right. So Jangus the science guy says Dark Augie and Hot Hand is not to be fucked with. And we'll see.
Hot hand.
Okay. Now,
Well, never a dull moment
never a dull
with hot
moment.
hand.
My goodness. Yeah, that was quite a little shootout. And now, hit Jen Dagis, making it to finals with Jake Emery out of our group. And
Okay, so in our final four, we have Jake Emery, Matt Walton, Jen Dagus, and Fraser Sanderson.
Fraser Sanderson making a run at the finals here. Great to see.
Yeah, we love to see it.
Great to see. So,
Been around for a few months. He's been making some good finishes lately,
Absolutely.
getting into some final fours here lately, which always great to see new faces start to break the finals here.
Absolutely. You know, it's great to see the scene kind of coming together here.
Okay. Fraser going with player one.
Great. Looking for the shock and awe out of Bally's Star Trek and helpfully moving the rig. Good guy, Fraser.
What a guy. What a guy.
Indeed. All right, so we started our evening on Star Trek, and you'll never guess what we saw. We saw Jen Dagis, player 4, ball 3, put together an absolutely killer bonus collect combo that came from behind victory there. Fraser, I'd push it just a hair in, and then... Yeah, that looks good. And then the score camera could go down just a touch so that you could see so that I can see the bottom score. Looks good, looks good. Perfect. Great play tonight, Augie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Try and keep me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me out of this booth.
Wild horses.
All right. So we have, this is an upgraded version of Star Trek with an upgraded sound card. So we actually get not just random bleeps and blops, but actually important bleeps and blops in this case. Again, the exposed pops, causing everyone problem. Nice little candy cane action, but coming right back down, no problem. Fraser traps up nicely on the right flipper. Okay, found the correct in lane there. Certainly skill. This game is all about bonus. And of course, whenever you're all about bonus, you're all about bonus multipliers. So we'll be looking at this bank of drop targets. Trying to complete it once to get 2x bonus multiplier, twice to get 3x, and then I believe you go straight to 5x after that.
That sounds about
I
right.
think it skips 4x.
That sounds
Okay,
about
okay.
right.
Not a bad opening score, all things considered, but certainly not anything definitive. So
We're gonna need to bring our A game here in these final rounds. So yeah, your left drop targets are very crucial. Ooh.
and not letting the candy cane feed out that way is also crucial.
Once again, just the wrong speed coming around that left orbit.
Jen hustles right up. She loves this game.
I think Jen's fired up.
She is. She is. And the game is intent on crushing that youthful spirit of hers. All right.
It is
so-
firing photon torpedoes at our challengers left and
Absolutely.
right here.
As if they were just innocent Romulans minding their own business. Current Cups champion and founding board member Matt Walton, also TD for tonight's tournament. Okay, so getting through that scoop gives you a random letter, and in this case
Ooh.
it was the first L.
Laser
What?
fast save there.
Well,
Whoa.
couldn't get a third one. It was it was tip of the flipper every time there. So Fraser's opening ball of 89, looking real solid.
Yeah.
Compared to the trouble everyone else is having with this machine. Yeah, there's really no safe feed, and firing it up the middle is probably not how you want to go about this. Okay, nicking some of those drop targets. That's good.
Ooh.
We really want to slow this down before we get ourselves in trouble. All right.
Couldn't nudge it out of that right out lane. Yeah, sometimes you get stuck in a rhythm with this one where you hit that center target and it comes
And
right
it's just
back and you
punching
have
right
to.
back at you. And yeah,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? You hit it again, of course. All right, so Jake is one letter away from spelling Bally, which, if you remember the original Star Trek series, they were spelling Bally all the time. That was a massive part of the show. So
Good little nudge to keep it out of the danger zone on the right there.
Yep.
Nice little dead bounce to slow the game down a little bit and get a clean shot at those left drops.
Danga says he really likes to see this finals lineup, except for Matt Walton, of course, which I think is a sentiment echoed by the other three competitors. Now, that's the shot you want. So that's the shot that lets you collect whatever bonus you've picked up. He didn't multiply anything, but 20,000 points is no small thing on this game. And gets the ball stopped. You get to plunge it again. You get to take a look at it. Continue to spell Bally for a second time. Speaking of Bally, this machine, I'm not sure if it was this exact machine, although I would suspect it is, used to live at Blair Alley, and we put in a lot of time on it prior to the Amusement Unlimited revolution there.
I believe it is a different one, but it is a beloved piece of the lineup.
Absolutely.
I know. I regret not buying one that I saw on Facebook Marketplace for $1,200 a couple years ago.
Oh boy.
Probably about 3 years ago, but yeah, big
Different.
Trek fan, and I love shooting this game. Definitely keeps you coming back for more.
And when you can find a rhythm for that bonus collector, I mean, the sky is the limit. You know, it's very easy to have these low point balls, but then you get that shot down, and it's worth 20 every time.
Well illustrated right there by Jen, and we get the A and the B.
Oh, and we've got
Bally
Bally
lit.
spelled. Very good.
And that increases the value. Ooh.
Okay.
Nice bonus count up.
Yeah,
just
boy,
shy.
we've got an
Just shy.
interesting heads up going into ball 3 here.
That's a lucky.
As we know, you can never count former state champion Matt Walton out, though.
Current Cups champion, current Cups Cup champion, current owner of the Cups Cup. Okay, looking for those drop targets, but not finding them.
You guys know that was worse.
Might have got bricked. These.
Yeah.
Oh my god, in heaven, dude.
We got to clip this one. We got to clip that one right there. As those drop targets elude him.
I find these drop targets to be generally pretty friendly.
Yeah.
On this one, they generally go down pretty freely, but it looked like he got a double brick.
Yeah. He was just under that top one. He was finding the gap in the teeth, so to speak, and just wasn't a very friendly leave, that's for sure.
And in a game of Star Trek where clean hits of the drop targets have been hard to come by, that hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Fraser looking at a third place at best after such a strong opening.
Okay, let's see what Jake Emery can do.
Very good. Not worth a ton of points, but nice to get the ball back into the backfield and take another look at it. Ooh, but you hate to see that look. That's just not going anywhere good. Okay, Jen has a great opportunity to really... Okay, nice trap up, nice patience there, and there it is. There it is, you find that shot.
Moving into first place.
Moving into first place. And Matt's going to need to find a better ball than he's found so far to contest her for it. Okay. Nice trap up here. Great read. Bashing some drop targets. But again, that feed out of that candy cane is just vicious. But great opening. Great finish there to ball 3. Very, very similar to what we saw on our opening game tonight, these 3 hours ago. So,
catch. Working towards 3x.
Oof. Here it comes. Okay, trapped up on the right here, looking for those drop targets again.
Just need one more.
Nope.
Beautiful nudge
Yeah,
back
just the
in.
pop he
Off the
needed.
wire.
Yep. Real happy with that. And
There it
there's
is.
There's that last drop target. So now we got 2x bonus. And I don't think that quite does it, but puts him really within striking distance. Even if nothing else happens. There it is. That should. So there you see we're collecting that multiplied bonus.
Nobody wants me to win.
And there it is.
There it is. That's enough.
They want me to win.
And that'll
There
do it.
it is.
That'll do it.
Beautiful. Okay.
That with the first. Jen.
No, I was not. Absolutely not.
That sweet, sweet sound.
I would never let my own wife win. So I'm sure as hell not gonna let you guys win. Alright, it's Matt, Jen, Jake, Fraser. Alright, Mr. Emery, where are we headed? Showcase the new Vector.
Oh!
Oh, I love this. I
And
love this.
just let the chaos flow
Showcase.
through. We are going from a hot hand
Vector.
to Star Trek to Vector.
Yep. So we slide on down the row,
That's a
past
beautiful pick.
fan favorite Centaur,
That's a
and
beautiful
into the newest thing in the lineup, and an oddball element of our collection here.
Yeah, we are really, really still in the infancy of our relationship with Vector here.
I certainly have not yet attained anything like maturity in the Vector rule set. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's it's quite a zany piece of the collection here. Recently, I believe, got moved over from a local hole-in-the-wall Joey's Pizza.
Joey's Pizza,
Yeah.
absolutely. A lovely spot in Springfield, a classic Springfield institution where our own Gavin Keeble, Cubs board member Gavin Keeble, routes machines. And so he decided that he was tired of tormenting the Joey's Pizza patrons with this, and instead would bring it to a slightly more appreciative crowd.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
They still have quite the eclectic batch of machines over there. Really interesting
I
lineup.
think any
and they're
pinball fan
shooting.
who was just passing through town and thought, well, let's check out this pizza place would be surprised at the esoteric collection.
I just want you guys to steal my locks,
some titles you don't really see, which Vector.
I remember when Gavin put it in, and I was like, how is there a Bally from this era that I have not played? And I don't mean that in terms of like having a chip on my shoulder. I was just like, I thought I had seen all the Bally's from '82, and what is this? And as I commented earlier on the stream, very similar in spirit to Flash Gordon or Black Knight with the upper playfield. Shares some similarities to Centaur in terms of having to get drop targets in a certain order. And a heck of a light show.
And we got a ball save. I believe we didn't trigger any switches on that
I
first
think the
plunge.
playfield had not been verified, as it were. And the green stand-up targets, I believe, spell hype. So every time they hit one, you hear it say H.
Very 1982.
It is very 1982, and very much you can see Space Invaders and Pac-Man breathing down their necks. And they just make the craziest light show and future-seeming thing possible. Why? Why?
Oh, why?
Says the person who picked the game. Why?
And see, so we have. Can I just click on this to draw? Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, when you drain down this in lane,
What are with these dishes?
you have the opportunity sometimes to nudge off this post into the saucer,
saucer.
for bonus collects, because why not?
Sure.
And then it kicks it back out on your flipper. There's also
Nicely on
one
the flipper, yeah.
over there as well.
And I believe the one on the right will also trigger a multi-ball if you have some locked balls.
Oh.
So I was warming up on it. I couldn't tell how I triggered the multi-ball, so if it wasn't that, I don't know what it was. But I had captured a ball up top here, up in the right. And first thing you have to do is knock down this back bank of drop targets in order. And if you fail to do it in order, then the front rank shows up. And now you have to bash your way through them before you clear their way around the bend into the water feature that they stole from Paragon. Blatantly stolen from the right playfield of Paragon.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Another
right in.
Bally game of that era.
Yep.
Little different feel, a little different art style, I would say.
Playing Vector, I can't think of, I think, to me, Flash Gordon is made, oh my gosh. Yeah,
What was that?
That was a wild little triple tap. Yeah, I feel like Flash Gordon's the only one. Great post pass. It's the only thing that feels remotely similar.
Wow.
And there we go. And that's how you lock a ball.
And
So,
that ramp is not easy to get all the way up and
no,
around.
it didn't actually capture the ball because he didn't have that third drop target. So you shoot it up there, and it says, nope, we're spitting it back up to the upper playfield, which is great. Now you've got it on this tiny little flipper, shooting the XYZ. Why?
And he is making these ramps look easy. I can tell you, you can't really see, but they are steep as hell. They are definitely,
Yes.
they might be the same pitch as Flash Gordon, but they are like 3 times the length. So
And
it
so
is
there
really
it's
picking
finally
up
lit for
velocity.
capture, and he couldn't get it all the way around there. Okay, and here's a post pass. And X.
Nice little nudge back in.
Yep. And then as if there wasn't enough chaos, you've got that upper left flipper, which you can hammer into the wedge into the upper playfield. Not sure you want to, but okay. Couldn't find it the next time, but pretty decent lead on there. I'm not sure what you can see on our Vector leaderboard. Darren has broken 1 million, so we have seen that leftmost digit fire at least once. But that is looks like the work of, looks like it takes some effort.
Yeah, or maybe a session is required.
I agree. Sort of rewiring your brain to understand Vector.
Definitely one of the most unique games at Cups and probably of the early 80s Bally era that I've seen for sure.
I agree. And something of the road not taken for pinball design. They sort of went, okay, we'll do Black Knight 2000, we'll do Buck Rogers or Flash Gordon, and then this, and then okay. Let's back off here a second.
Maybe we've gone too far.
That's right. We flew too close to the sun when we made Vector.
Yeah, but a really great challenge. Some really unique,
Absolutely.
unique shots, and you got to come in with a plan. You gotta have an objective.
Yeah, if you're just batting it around hoping it goes somewhere, it will not.
And there's not a lot of fluff on the playfield either.
No.
You're not gonna slop your way into much. There's just not really much to
There's
hit.
not rollovers or pop bumpers that you're just gonna randomly. And again, trying to nudge it up into that saucer, I don't know. Again, when I warmed up on it before we started broadcasting, I was, Oh, well, Matt Walton of Emerald City Pinball says, I don't like me either. So it's unanimous. All 4 players wish that Matt Walton wasn't part of this. So.
Here we go, Victor.
Matt Walton sharing the wonderful bounty
Absolutely.
of
We've said so many negative things about Matt
God.
Walton, and here he is bringing us
he
fresh
is
cherries
bribing,
from his...
bribing
from
the
his-
announcing booth with
Yeah, look at that.
fresh cherries.
Fresh bowl of cherries. Delicious local harvest here in the Willamette Valley.
They truly are.
Oh, look out. She found it. She found the saucer. Here I was talking about cherries,
Wow.
talking about produce, and we saw that
I mean, win or lose, that saucer find.
Well, we
You
got
feel great.
quite a finish coming up.
Okay.
They said it couldn't be done.
So we got a first place from Jake, a second from Fraser,
It's Jake
and
Fraser.
Matt
Jen.
Walton.
Oh yeah.
The last. So we
Jake's
have
got a
Jake and
1 point
Matt
lead over me.
tied at 5. And Jen with 3.
Okay, we're picking a game. We
Math
are
trivia
picking
question.
a
What's
game.
a vector?
Trivia question for Vector.
It was a math trivia question for Eric, basically.
It's element of a linear space.
What's that? Oh,
Let's see. While we're moving the rig here, let's do some quick research and find out. Oh,
Whirlwind is coming.
okay. Another game where ball save is nowhere to be found.
It's nowhere to be found. That's right. So we are. I think our competitors are saying win or lose. We want to at least get out of here at a decent hour. Get
Yeah.
our weekend started after this high pressure. Bye, Gracie Lou. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we should upload. We'll upload this to YouTube in a couple days. So if you want to catch up with the exciting finish, you'll be able to see it there.
So,
Finishing off my second Red Bull.
good call.
Ready to go. Ready to commentate on this
Trimmed a little different over there.
brilliant Williams. What's the year on this one?
Whirlwind 90. You would know better than I, but I'm gonna go 97.
Oh, I think it's a little early. I'm gonna guess 91.
91.
Hey, what's the year on this one? Oh, I guess it doesn't have a thing to tell us. 91.
Hmm.
All right.
I was way off.
90. Oh, yeah, great. We should just.
Oh
yeah,
my
'cause
God.
They don't. The topper, of course, has the whirlwind on it, so we've got our own. Topper here from the collection of Adam Boggs, of course. Specialty January 1990. Wow.
Okay.
And it is, of course, the great Pat Lawler, designer of such fan favorites as Ripley's Believe It or Not and Dialed In, I think, is one of his
Absolutely.
best.
Known for
Toy Story.
a lot of stop and go style, a lot of shooting into saucers, and
Yep.
do this, then do that. Okay.
Speaking also of layouts with no free points, I feel like Pat Lawler designs games where if you don't make your shots, you can't just flip around and hope things are going to happen. You really need to lock stuff in. Jake makes a great slap save there. Gets it into the pop bumpers, and okay, got some. Ooh, in the in lane so fast.
You can just see how quick those pops and slings,
Yep.
mainly the slings, are just shooting that ball around.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, the specialty here is the spinning discs, later replicated, of course, on the Ninja Turtles there. Spinning pizza.
I believe first featured in Fireball, original Fireball.
Original Fireball, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Original Fireball EM, so that dates it back to the mid-70s, I believe.
And I don't know if we saw a spinning disc in between. I very well could be wrong on that, but I think the
Place
spinning
another one.
disc took a little bit of a break from the pinball. We see that happen. Features come, features go. A lot of the early, there's some stuff that Harry Williams did back in the day that you don't see
Yeah.
pulled back
Still
out of
has
the bag of
something,
tricks for a
absolutely.
decade or so before somebody polished it off again.
I can't tell you how happy I was to see when Metallica came out, to see the inline drops on Metallica. It's like, oh, there's the inline drops back from early 80s Bally's.
And then
Doozy Dork says, don't forget Twister. How did I forget that there was a pinball machine based on Twister? Easy to forget. Really, and one they could do a 2.0 on. I think Stern should look at the Twister now that there's been a sequel to the movie. Oh,
massive
perfect
license, massive license.
Yeah. Really, the Bill Paxton pinballs have always been a hit anywhere he's frequented. So.
Okay.
up.
There he finds that right.
Perfect. Okay.
Nice little nudge to keep it vertical
Yep.
and in play.
Yeah, those
Double
swings
danger
really go
and
with it, though, and that is okay. But we collect bonus, so don't count.
a whopping 40K in bonus.
Mm-hmm.
600K,
Yeah,
super
we
skill.
Found the drop target sweep while it was still lit. Tricky
Wow.
bit of business, and yeah, great way to get back in this game.
What a fortuitous drop there.
Indeed.
Okay. We've got the elusive.
Easy Dorks' backhand is there. Nice. Absolutely. Jake showed us 2 impressive backhands on that ramp. And if you can find that,
Good save
you
there.
can that really mitigates a lot of the spinning disc issues. If you're shooting the ramp from the right flipper, you have a lot less to have to work out. Okay.
All right, got the ball locked
Here
under.
comes.
That elusive upper flipper shot is really tough to make on this.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's amply rewarded, and very much like Ripley's Addams Family. Jackpot is on the upper flipper, and you're not going to hit it by accident. You really have to set up your ball separation exactly, very precisely.
Yeah. Great ball.
Okay, 1.5.
All right.
1.5. Frazier's coming in with only 2 points, but if you do the math exactly right and things fall the way you want to, 6 points could actually win the day if everyone else lines up in the right order.
Yeah, as we saw illustrated last round.
That's exactly right.
The good thing about the scoring format is it does keep everything really tight, too.
That's exactly right. And keeps things tight and encourages people to go for that first place. Take the high risk shots. Not just try to draft along and be a stalking horse, but actually swing for the fences. How's that for a mixed sports metaphor right there?
Oh, beautiful. All right, so Matt Walton seems like he's trying to get the safe kick out to get that upper flipper shot.
Those slings are really loaded for bear here. Perfect. Dead past the cradle.
Really,
Finds the saucer.
really.
Can't unload on that upper ramp.
Oh,
An interesting
wow.
stick there, so
I like that one.
yeah.
In the world of unique stuck balls, I think everybody can get
There
behind
it is,
that one.
just on the lip of the spinning disc.
Spins.
He's going to wait for ball save and
Oh, okay.
spins it right out. That was the right thing to do. With the tilt set this tightly, let the machine find the ball. And it actually was a decent feed, which I don't think is obvious.
Man. Dancing right around that upper flipper shot. Had a couple good shakes at it, but just barely north. Okay.
Okay, discs are spinning. The storm is coming. Okay, we got a ball lock. Of course, with the physical ball locks from this era, Jake's basically having to start back from scratch with ball locks after Frazier found his multi-ball. So,
Okay. Got it ready.
okay.
Nice
Great
save.
control there. Okay, there's lock 2. All teed up. So the multi-ball is lit. It's right under the right ramp. Scoop there.
Oh, and
brutal reject.
as does happen
Yep.
sometimes.
Can't quite find the same side. Okay, so cradle to a stop. Perfect. Way to keep your composure there. Sometimes after a reject like that, you just kind of go on tilt and fire away at it. But it took the time you needed to take. Trapped up. Couldn't find the upper ramp out of. Okay, we got a nice double cradle here. Send it back using that same side. that shot nobody's found. We've got the loop shot, but not the ramp.
Woo!
Nice. Okay, separation. Oh.
And as so many multi-balls end in Whirlwind, got a double danger.
Now we've got a relay.
You get that far
like-
left scoop.
So
there it
fairly
is.
common in this era. When you don't have ball saves for your multi-ball, if you don't achieve a jackpot or whatever the object is, you get a chance for a relight there and for a restart, and Jake just took advantage of his. You see the same thing famously on Adam's Family. Also, I was recently playing Lethal Weapon 3 over in Cottage Grove. Same thing there.
Oh, I got a lot of Lethal Weapon 3 in that evening.
Yes, we had quite a nice tournament over at Quarter Drop, first Saturday of the month. Every month over at Quarter Drop, they had an IFPA sanctioned tournament, and Lethal Weapon 3 was our featured arena, so everyone got to play the stunts and see Mel's fabulous mullet in the GMG stage.
Man,
Okay, still we're up around 3 million.
that's some really nice moves to keep the ball alive there, but still nobody has successfully capitalized on that multi-ball yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Absolutely. Getting the pops, and we're coming down through the lower pops. Okay, trap up nicely, and we've got the replay, which of course doesn't mean much here at Cups, but it still feels good.
Another one?
Extra ball is lit. Yes, another extra ball.
And the extra ball target is that center orange flashing shot.
Up here on that drop, I think he just nailed it. Oh, nope, it's still lit for extra ball. Oh,
Four-handed.
got it, it's still lit.
Oh, wait. Relighting that lock.
Okay,
trying to get
we have
back
rinsed,
in.
and now we're hoping to repeat. Whoa, I wasn't sure that was going to stay on that flipper, but it sure was. I can tell he's playing with some real confidence now. He's seeing the finish line in sight here. He's got a nice clear. Okay. Gonna get a nice little chunk of bonus, breaking 4 million. And now
extra ball.
extra ball plunge here. You've got that skill shot on those drop targets. You can get some serious points there.
Okay. Let's see what Fraser can do.
Okay, Fraser finding a solid ramp shot. Yikes. Okay, well, it's a great night of pinball from Fraser there.
Yeah, still ending up with a solid score.
Yep. And likely a solid finish here. Possibly good for third.
Okay.
We haven't decided what we're doing with that, but yeah, put it in there. We just like to populate the leaderboard. Yeah, scan the QR code.
Yeah, please do. All right, that's a long hell of
Okay.
a climb, and I've done
Nice.
nothing.
Final
Nice.
ball. Final ball for Matt Walker.
Okay, player 4, ball 3.
You know,
done a
if
whole
he
lot of
got first place, seal the deal.
That would. Just gotta do it all, and does not happen. So I believe we have a finish here. We have Jake Emery
Indeed, we do.
taking the crown here, and then
We might have a tie.
Matt and Jen tied for second.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So there it is, Jake with 5. Oh, nope, I was. Yep, and there we go. There we go. So Jake takes the crown. All right, so we're seeing the. All right, $10 for Jen. 15 for Fraser. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. So a little special bonus for Jake Emery. Great. He's got a long drive home, so that Manischewitz should keep him warm as he travels down I-5. All right.
In spirit, of course. In
Doozy
spirit.
Dork, very happy to see that. Pretty great flipper skills, says Sky Texture, and they're all right. All right. Well, Mason, any last thoughts on our competition today?
Just a really, really great little Friday. Second Friday of our
Friday,
now
that's right,
every
that's right.
Friday tournament series.
Yes,
so I was
so
happy to be here.
Every Friday, I was so glad you were here to share the booth with me. So every Friday we'll be having a tournament here, and the last Friday of the month will be sort of a fun. So last month it was a split flip. This month I think we're going to do Wheel of Fortune style thing. Don't quote me on
Price
that.
is Right.
Price is
I
Right.
believe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Wheel of
but, yeah,
Fortune.
I would love to see.
Plinko style.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do Price is Right style, and Matt has a couple other exciting formats under his up his sleeve. So we'll be back next week, hopefully streaming. I'll be playing, so hopefully someone else will volunteer to do the heavy lifting on the stream. But thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. So from here at Cups, I'm Eric Merchant.
Mason Kaiser, thank you. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the comments. Thank you, Doozy. Thank you, Sky Texture. Appreciate that. And we look forward to seeing you guys shortly down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. You bet. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for watching.